yeah. Look at that. Don't you look good this morning? Don't you look super fine this morning?
You can't even see me.
Who's looking at you? I'm talking about Jackie.
Oh.
What a piece of ass. Oh, sorry, the mic is on? Oh, that's right. I'm heterosexual.
When the mic is on.
When the mic is on. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning. You look kind of sleepy.
Do I really? I thought I was kind of wide awake.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you're probably right. I was telling the boys about... Did you watch Baywatch last night?
No.
Oh, it was the best episode ever.
Was that the one where they were having the sex scenes?
No, that was the one where they had 7 midgets on the show.
Oh, it's 7 midgets. It's going to be midgets and naked girls on
Yeah, they had... Baywatch must have had success with that first midget show, and they had like 7 midgets. And,
what was the plot?
Well, let me turn this off. It's real annoying. Thanks.
Yeah, because I'm yelling.
Yeah, like, what was the plot? Okay, here's how it goes. There were... You know, there was like a...
I can't see any reason for 7 midgets.
There was like a... Yeah, I know. Well, it was a Christmas special, and they're out on the beach. The 7 midgets show up on the beach, and one of them's a chick, and she's wearing a bikini, but she's like a bodybuilder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you had to see her body. It was the funniest thing I ever saw.
She wasn't, like, in proportion?
No, not at all.
Oh, dear.
It was just wild. Little tiny arms with, like, this really muscular stomach.
And big shoulders or something?
Yeah. It was really odd.
Did she have breasts?
Yeah, kind of.
But they were way up by her neck.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And she had, like, this much stomach. And
Ralph, what's on your neck?
right here?
Yeah.
I don't know, like a zit.
Wow. Oh, can you cover that, man?
Oh!
Is it, like, huge?
I should get an
Hey, pull down your shirt so that people on TV can see it. Look at that thing. First I thought it was a hickey.
Looks like a vampire got to you.
It's a boil.
Yeah, Ralph kind of has bad skin, I think.
Okay, anyway.
Do you? You get like a lot of zit. You get like a lot of ingrown zits.
Not really. Every once in a while.
Can you just put a piece of toilet paper over your neck? Ah, it's really disturbing.
Oh, dear.
It's a big, ugly zit that looks really painful. Yeah, that's better.
Here we were having fun talking about midgets, and Ralph had to ruin it.
As usual. Although I do credit Ralph with the save because he called me and said, "Hey, man.
You got to turn this on."
Yeah, are you watching Baywatch?" So, okay. So, you know, they're on the beach hanging out with the lifeguards and stuff.
The midget.
Yeah, but you know the guy on Baywatch, not David Hasselhoff, but the other cute guy?
David Charvet.
Yeah, David Charvet. He had a lot of bad Christmases growing up.
Uh-huh.
And
He's bummed out.
he was like all bummed. Pamela Anderson's like trying to console him. She's in a bikini and she's like trying to like kiss him and
That doesn't cheer him up.
No, it doesn't cheer him up because he's upset that he had a lot of bad Christmases when he was a little boy.
Now he's got Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
He's still
He's got
upset.
Christmas for the rest of his life.
And me and Ralph are there moaning, going, "Oh, that would cheer me up. I wouldn't care how many bad Christmases I had."
This makes up for it.
Yeah, so
I wouldn't care if my mom died.
he's so bummed out, but all of a sudden, as he's being a lifeguard, these 7 midgets show up with the girl, and they, you know, they hint to him that they work for someone very strange, but they can't talk about it. And he is very curious, you know, in his way, and suddenly one of the midgets starts drowning, and he has to save the midget. It's really funny when he pulls the midget out of the water because he's sweeping him up in his arms.
Right.
And then the midget goes, you know, ever since we started working for Nick, and
the other one starts hitting him in the back.
Yeah, shut up, don't give away the secret.
Are they good acting midgets?
No,
Or are they bad?
they're awful. And there's one of the midgets, one of the guy midgets, was identical dead ringer for Jackie the Joke Man.
Oh, no.
I swear, because Ralph and I sit there and go, look, it's Jackie.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Jackie on the beach and Jackie running into the water.
Jackie, that's what he went out to California to do.
Like running to his jetty.
I said, hey, did they produce that show that quick?
I want to see this.
It's Jackie as a midget. That's so funny. And the guy's like Jackie's age and everything.
Oh, boy.
So it got me to thinking that we should do a TV special where it's like, you know, the Howard Stern show Kids.
And we all walk around on our knees.
No, we get real midgets to play us.
Oh.
And it's like our adventures. And you know what it is? We're all young. We're little kids. And like there'd be a young Robin and a young Howard with the long hair and the big nose and the glasses and everything. And then a Jackie. And the whole plot is that Jackie can't get beer because he's too young to get
That's
beer.
right. He's always trying to scheme to get somebody to go get his beer.
Right. So we have to... What?
It's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy. And it's Jackie, you know, it just would be very funny.
Like the Little Archies, remember that?
Right, Little Archie's, the Little Howard Stern show. And instead of puppets, we use, midgets.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing funnier than puppets.
Moving puppet.
At what point was this show like an absolute insult to your intelligence?
About 5 minutes
How did they sit down and say we got to work 7 midgets into a show?
Wait. So you got to hear
why
this.
are the midgets always drowning?
So the midgets and the midgets.
Every time they get near the beach.
Oh, and you know what's funny? The one midget goes in, and all it was like a little wave. And right away he's under. And people are under every 2 seconds on this beach. Because right before that, someone else had been drowning. This kid who swallowed a candy cane and fell into the water.
Christmas is dangerous.
Can I ask a really stupid
The kid was sucking on a candy cane and he inhaled it and he was choking.
At the beach.
So they rescue him. Pam Anderson rescues him, and they have to give him the Heimlich maneuver so the candy cane pops out.
Right.
And then they always have that same scene where on the beach and the guy's almost dead, and then all of a sudden they give him the breath of life. And the guy's, water pours out of him.
He jumps up and walks home.
Yeah, and he's fine.
He's coughing.
Can I ask a question? What are Santa's elves doing on the beach in San Diego in December?
I'll tell you what happened.
We didn't find out yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, why don't you give it away?
Oh.
So anyway, it's meant Jackie anxious. I had to sit through 2 hours to find out why they were there.
You made it to the end?
I watched about it. Yeah, it was a special. I watched about an hour 10, and then I clocked out. Allison came in and goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm watching a show. I'm in the middle of it." She goes, "You have to go to sleep. What are you doing?" I go, "I don't know. I'm caught up in this episode of Baywatch."
I tried to go to sleep. I was like, oh, yeah, a little bit long.
2 hours.
2-hour Baywatch.
Big Christmas special.
So what happened was,
I threw a tape in
Santa was such a slave driver.
Oh, Santa was a bad guy.
In fact, one of the midgets goes, "Santa's a real sleigh driver." See? Our boss is a real sleigh driver. And then, the guy from Baywatch starts to catch on that perhaps these are Santa's elves.
I was going to ask you, how long does the dense character take to figure out that these are Santa's elves?
It takes him about an hour because what Santa's elves do is they decorate his beach house in Christmas stuff. And then all of a sudden, when he goes to thank them, they disappeared.
Oh, boy.
So he realized.
Wait a minute. They fell in the water and almost drowned, yet they have the ability to disappear?
Yeah, disappear magically.
Oh,
But they can't swim.
But they can't swim. One thing they can't do is swim.
I want to meet the people who write Baywatch, because I got to know who comes up with this stuff.
The people who write Baywatch.
They dressed up the shack in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like he turned around and then it was all decorated.
Yeah, because they're magic.
Yeah.
Dope.
But they can't swim.
But they can't swim.
They're magic, stupid.
I couldn't figure out how that happened.
I can't see any way this could have been worse.
Well, then there was another subplot.
Wait a second.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if that's that interesting about the little girl who was
a boy.
A boy.
What?
There was this little boy who I
His
forget
mother
it.
dressed him as a girl?
Forget it.
Hot.
And the lifeguards had to save him, too.
The mother looked like a penthouse model. That's all that mattered. And that's all. She was a con man with her daughter, but that does, I'm not even going to go into that. But the point
this
was,
sounds like way too complicated a plot.
Yeah, I don't know if you could have followed it. It was very complicated. Only guys can follow
That's
it.
right.
David Hasselhoff had a love interest, some hot chick.
Oh, he's not married? He just has a kid.
Yeah, he has a kid, but conveniently his wife is gone.
She drowned.
Yeah. She almost drowned a couple of weeks ago, actually. She came to visit him with some guy that she was involved with, and he was not good for her. And David Hasselhoff went in and saved her and him. And
did he have to give her the breath of life?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
People would just stay away from that part of the beach.
Yeah.
Sounds dangerous.
It does. It sounds like there's a terrible undertow or something.
There are people constantly drowning on
like
that.
An eighth of a mile stretch.
Nobody can swim in California. Where's that Baywatch? Where is it? The Bay?
Is
that a bay?
It's supposed to be.
I don't know. I've never watched the show.
Where is it?
We should go visit there.
Yeah.
Where's that supposed to be?
Santa Monica.
Santa Monica?
Santa Monica, yeah.
Were any of the midgets the boyfriend of the lady midget? I mean, did you see him make out or anything?
The head midget gets the chick, and all the other midgets are like every once in a while they have a scene where like really good looking girls on the beach accidentally kick the ball to the midgets. And like there's a horny
throw it back with those little arms.
Yeah, but there was a little horny midget who every time a big girl would come by was like, hey baby, hey baby, and hey boss, hey. And like no one on the beach makes fun of them or like stares.
That's real life.
Yeah. And they all come carrying beach chairs that are way too big for them.
And they're all happy.
Oh, they were carrying regular-sized chairs.
Yeah, and they're all, like, real happy midgets. Yeah. And like, none of them are depressed or sad that they're midgets.
That's why it's acting.
And they all hang around together. It's a pisser.
I would have done it if I saw him.
You had to see this. And then there was one that looked just like Jackie.
They're all in bathing suits.
Yeah.
The little tiny.
Yeah. And the girl
even had a little gut.
The little girl.
There was only one girl?
There was one girl, and the head midget, that was his chick.
He got her.
Yeah, he got her, and she was like always in a bikini running around, and she had legs that were no bigger than your finger.
Oh. But they were big and muscular?
Yeah, big and muscular, and a tight, muscular belly like a guy would have.
Right. Washboard, stomach.
And arms that almost don't exist. They look like fetal arms with the little tiny hot dog.
Like flippers.
The little tiny blankets, you know, those hot dogs in a blanket fingers.
Right. Yeah, the sausage fingers.
A sausage finger.
Stubby.
Thalidomide babies.
He had a girlfriend and stuff, and she was like real concerned when he was drowning and junk.
Yeah, I mean, how often does she get a guy?
Would you have done that, midget?
No.
No, me neither.
I don't think
Me neither. And she was probably like really good looking in the midget community.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess your whole outlook changes.
Yeah.
Well, they have seemed to hit on something here in Baywatch.
I tell you, I couldn't turn it off.
And I guess we'll be seeing more midgets.
Midgets and bikini girls. I don't know. It's just a ratings.
It's a combination that works.
It is. It's a ratings powerhouse.
They might as well glue your dial.
Yeah.
I couldn't get to sleep.
I broke off all the other channels on the box.
You always thought it was lesbian. Now you realize it's girls in bikinis and midgets.
Yeah.
Well, lesbian midgets is the next show.
Yeah. But it's so funny how on Baywatch everything is politically correct so that nobody on the beach is reacting to the midgets.
Right. Midgets get treated like everyone else.
Yeah, and it's real funny. Like the lifeguard always like squats down in the sand so he can talk to him eye to eye. And
well, isn't that patronizing?
Yeah, that's a little. Yeah.
But it's really, and he always talks to them like they're babies.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody talks to midgets either like they're children or hard of hearing.
Yeah, right.
You got to talk louder.
And like there's all goofy music when the midgets come on the beach. It's like.
Hello.
Goofy midget music.
And they all come creeping down the beach together.
Yeah. Always in a pack.
Oh, man.
They're in a big pack of midgets.
Hi-ho.
Yeah, it's like the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
But it's great.
Cool.
Because you tune in to see chicks, and then all of a sudden there's this pack of midgets coming down. It's like, oh, it's getting better.
Yeah. Hey, I hate when they have good-looking girls and then they cut to like the David Hasselhoff part of the story. Like, that's boring.
It slows it down.
But when it's good-looking girls and then they cut to midgets, it's like, whoa, that's comic relief between the girls.
It's all right.
Yeah. And they had one midget. The head midget had a big, giant head with a big beard.
Yeah.
And, like, no body whatsoever.
He was just a head.
A big floating head.
Big head.
And I like that first shot of them walking up the beach dragging their beach chairs and coolers. And like they're carrying all this stuff. Like,
they got regular-sized coolers and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I know if I was at Jones Beach and there was 12 midgets who all walked out onto the sand, it would stop the beach.
You would move your chair.
Move it. I mean, it would stop the beach.
Instead of facing the water, you turn around to look at them.
Nobody's looking at it.
But on Baywatch, like a magnet, all the blankets would.
Yeah, right.
Right.
But on Baywatch, the only guy who even seems to notice is the lifeguard, and he's just like not thrown by it at all. It's like, hey guys, hey, what are you up to?
Hey.
All right, see you later.
Why does he start talking to them?
Well, he crouches. He talks to them like some kids just came on the beach, and they're the happiest people I've ever seen, midgets.
They're more happy.
Hi everyone.
They're more
no big
happy
deal.
than David Charvet, and he's got Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, right. And David Charvet's all upset. And the midgets are like, hey, how you doing? Like, hey, it's great to be a midget. Meanwhile, they're a foot tall.
You're right. They don't notice that the guy's talking to them because they look so different.
Yeah.
Stay with the lifeguard. We'll look for your parents.
Are you boys lost? You know your address?
Hey, for a 5-year-old, you got a pretty cool beard. Hey, kid, where'd you get that beard?
It's surprising he didn't start pulling on it. It was...
It's pretty wild, man.
You got to bring the tape in.
Okay. Did you tape it?
I had to go to. I taped it around 9 or so, like halfway.
So you only have like the half.
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody's got the.
See one shot of 7 midgets on the beach.
Well, you got to see the opening shot. Hey, yeah. When do they repeat that show?
Like next weekend, they'll repeat it.
Okay, take the whole thing. All right, you're in charge of that.
Yeah.
Because you guys got to see the shot when the midgets first come on the beach, and one of them's Jackie.
And he's sitting there on the beach, and he's got this stubby little leg.
And he's the one carrying. And he's the one carrying the cooler. I'd almost swear they planned it.
And he runs into the water, and he's like arms are like.
He's like,
Daddy. That sounds just like Jackie.
That's what it is, a running.
And he had little. You know when Jackie wears those glasses sometimes? He had little glasses.
Yeah, little Jackie glasses and a ponytail.
Oh, man.
Hey, the Jackie puppet.
Life's great. Pot, pot, pot.
I love that.
It would have been funny. The midgets could have been blowing some reefer. You get him. I'm going to produce Howard Stern midget show.
You have to audition midgets. They're going to have to show up here.
Yeah. I got to take a break. We're running late.
Midget.
I started reading your book.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Robin gave me some chapters to read.
Done?
No. How dare you?
Almost. Not quite. Working on the third.
But I started last night before Baywatch because...
Oh, see, I knew it. Baywatch interrupt. That's exactly what I'm thinking. He was watching Baywatch when he could have been reading my book.
You don't know what I got caught up in all weekend, that I never even read your book.
What did you get caught up in?
I figured I got time because we're going on vacation. I can read the whole damn thing and really soak it in, but I don't know if I can wait that long because after I read the first chapter, I said I better read the rest of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first chapter.
Good, good. I'm glad you did. That's a start.
Because there was a lot of stuff about me, and it was nice. So I was like, okay.
Read on.
Read on. Don't stop.
Oh, well, then you're going to be disappointed because you disappeared.
Oh, really? Well, I kind of was looking for more references to me, and then I saw toward the back there was more references
right,
to me.
you come back.
Yeah, I come back at the end. But then I started sort of the second chapter, and it got a little heavy.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. This is not... I better go put Baywatch on.
I need Pamela Anderson.
Jesus. But I'm not that deep into it yet, but it's pretty good. It's real good. I got really caught up in it.
Oh, good.
Well, because I
can tell Baywatch and the midgets.
Well, hey, come on. I'm a guy.
I can't compete with Baywatch girls and midgets.
Well, there were no naked pictures of you in there.
You should put some pictures of midgets in your book.
I'm going to put a midget on every page.
Yeah, just do that. Even though it has nothing to do with the story.
Work it in.
No, but Robin's book is like serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to read it over vacation? It'll kind of bum you out.
No.
It gets better. I mean, it has a nice.
It has a happy ending.
It's not all down.
Chapter 3, you should date 6 midgets.
You know what? I'm going to throw midgets in this.
If you want to win, you better put midgets in.
Robin's laying on the couch with these midgets.
I have to save midgets.
I got to admit, the book was spectacular until I got to the pages that didn't have my name. I was like, hey, come on, what about me? Where am I in this? Wasn't I in your childhood?
Wait a minute, you're 11 and I'm not there?
Yeah. Let's get back to me.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're the hero of the book.
I saw Fred mentioned in the book, though.
Fred gets mentioned a couple of times.
It was pretty funny what you said, because I flipped to the back.
Oh, no. There was one
line. I read it. I know what it is. I was looking forward to seeing Fred, and then when I saw him, he didn't say anything.
I can see this is a complimentary book towards me.
I debated and I said, can I leave this? And Fred is going to hate me, but this is exactly what happened.
He already hates you.
He already hates you. It's too late.
So I might as well leave it.
Yeah. Fred, in all fairness, I just caught your name, and I looked at the ones. You might be in there other places.
Any mention of my name in this book is very uncomplimentary.
Oh, now, Fred,
just consider this
say that?
Now that you wrecked his holiday.
Although I read a couple of things about me toward the end that I have to take up with you.
Okay.
Because I don't think you're accurate.
Okay, well, that's why I gave it to you.
I have to. I wrote down 3 things that I want to take up with you.
Okay,
Miss.
there were. Believe me, I said my perception could have been off.
Yeah. It could have been. It was. But for the most part, I was really. I mean, even the parts you made up about me, I like. And there was one person that I thought in the first chapter you were a little hard on that I want to talk to you about.
Oh, I don't even know what that could be. I don't remember the first chapter.
I mean, you don't have to listen to me. Maybe you're the right. Maybe you have the right take on it. No, I thought you were absolutely right about the person, but
it's too harsh.
I just was wondering how it would impact the rest of your life.
Who could that be?
Jackie?
Oh, I think I know.
Yeah, you know.
Sounds like Gary.
No, Gary's name is mentioned about twice in the book.
I didn't even see Gary's name. But I didn't read that, you know.
Yeah. But Gary doesn't even, I'm trying to think. Gary's mentioned once in the first chapter.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Is he?
Yeah, I just happened to mention his name because he worked his way into the studio.
I was so busy reading my own references that I really didn't pay attention to.
Did you highlight him with like a yellow
Of course. Framed them. No, all right. Let's take a break, Robin, and then we'll be back right after these words. I'll tell you what I was caught up in all weekend. Right after this.
Oh, my.
All right, Buttafuoco, who do you got on the phone?
Well, I've been burnt before by people posing as celebrities. Of course, there's Madonna's sister and Joe Pesci, but this guy really seems to pan out. I'm pretty sure on the phone. And
Brando's barber?
Christian Slater.
Christian Slater?
Really?
Oh, cool. You know, I was just watching Christian Slater. Is this really Christian Slater?
Yeah.
Let's bet and see if it really is Christian Slater.
Yeah, sounded like him. But why aren't you saying a little more, Christian?
What, you want me to say more, Robin?
Yeah. Who's your mother, by the way?
Mary Jo.
And what does she do?
No, you got to turn it down.
That's him.
Yeah, it is him.
Yeah.
Hey, I was watching in that movie with where you have a bad heart, you have the baboon's heart.
Oh, yeah, I
Right.
was watching that this week.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I love that movie. I watch that all the time. I'm a real sap for stuff like that.
I love your show.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
So you know who you look like? You look like Fred Norris.
Have you ever seen Fred?
Have you ever seen Fred?
I haven't seen Fred.
Look in the mirror.
Where are
Hey,
you?
there he is.
What are you doing calling in? What are you with some girl?
No, I have been up all night, but I'm not with any women. I'm on the set.
Oh, no kidding.
He's on the set with one of your favorite women.
Who?
Mary Stuart Masterson.
Oh, she is a knockout. Can you get her? You can
I
get
have
her.
some good scenes with her.
You have some scenes with her?
Yeah, some lovely, wonderful scenes.
She strikes me as being real serious and uptight, you know, but I bet you when you get her in the sack, she's pretty warm.
We've had a wonderful time. We've had a wonderful scene on a bed of roses, actually.
Who's your girlfriend?
Nina.
Model?
No,
Actress?
just a wonderful girl.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were good in an interview with the vampire.
Thank you.
Good job. What's it going to be, a sequel on that?
We'll see.
Would you come back in the sequel?
Would I come back?
Yeah, because he just got bit, and he's turned into a vampire. He gives him his wish.
That's right.
Lestat gives him his wish.
He says he'll give me the choice.
Whether you live or die.
Yeah, but he hasn't drank the vampire's blood
No,
yet.
but-
We don't know what his choice is.
Yeah, but obviously in the sequel, he gets to come back and do his thing.
Oh, you've written it, huh?
Well, I've read the books.
We'll just have to see what choice I make.
Hey, so how come you're calling in? Just to say hi?
Yeah, because I was sitting around. You know what it's like on a movie set? You just sit around.
No,
Actually, I don't know what it's like on a movie set.
Well, you'll find out when you do your life story.
And what do? You have your girlfriend come by your trailer and stuff?
Yeah, she hangs out.
Oh, that's a nice
fine.
life.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I just have sex with your girlfriend all the time.
With my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got the life, man. You got the life I should be living.
you have a great life.
I don't know. You got a pretty good physique, man. When you take your shirt off in that movie,
Yeah?
I thought your chest was kind of nice.
Did you like
You
it?
look like a guy who was going to die. You know?
Yeah, it didn't make sense that you die in that
One
movie
minute
because you
he's
were.
catching hockey pucks.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
you
but
were-
I had a huge scar down my chest. I mean, come on.
the best scene is when you beat the crap out of that guy.
Did you like that?
Yeah, the two guys who try to rape. What's her name?
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, she's got some hot little body, but the face, I don't know.
You don't
Oh,
know the
she's
thing.
adorable.
Yeah, I mean she's okay, but you know.
She's an Academy Award-winning actress.
You see her naked? Have you ever made love to her?
Marissa Tomei?
Yeah, you get a lot of Hollywood girls, right? I mean, you don't tie yourself down.
Well,
and
you're
want-
retired, aren't you?
No, I am tied down.
Yeah, right now you are.
I'm tied down and very happy.
What's some Christian Slater dirt? Do we know any?
He used to have a little problem
With what?
with substance abuse.
Oh,
I
did
think.
you? Well, that's cool. That's it. You're supposed to have it. It doesn't even
You
matter.
have to have
You're
that,
supposed
right?
to have that.
Even if you don't, they put it in your resume.
What were you doing? A little coke?
Oh, I had some fun.
Oh, did you?
That
a
was
couple
years
of
ago,
arrests and
He had arrest?
Oh, yeah.
Christian, you had arrest?
though. Oh, sure.
That's cool.
It was great.
That's cool to be arrested.
he was a wild man.
Were you really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Thanks, Robin, for checking up on me.
Sorry.
How long ago was this?
Not 2.
This was 5 years ago.
Oh, so you're all cleaned up and everything?
Yeah, I guess as much as I can be.
Yeah, but you still smoke a little pot and stuff, right?
No, cigarettes. Cigarettes and coffee, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, cigarettes are your thing.
That's it.
And you're not calling from jail now, are you?
You need a little bail money?
Yeah.
I'm very close to Sing Sing prison.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think what else I want to ask you, man, because I've seen so many of your movies.
And then he used to be a little, he had the problems with the girlfriend. You two are tight now.
Oh, yeah, what'd you do?
Very, very tight.
What'd you beat her up or something?
No.
What, you have to smack her around so you didn't listen?
Around a lot.
Oh, what do you mean he used to cheat? Oh, he used to cheat on her?
Yeah.
Oh, who'd he cheat with?
I don't know.
Who'd you cheat with?
Some models, right?
I never cheated.
No kidding. Hey, let me ask you something. When you're Christian Slater, let me ask you a question. And, you're in with that whole rat pack or whatever the hell it is, brat pack and the whole deal.
Oh, Christ.
When you're in with that whole scene.
Yeah.
Like,
you really jump-started my morning.
Wait a minute. All right, I'll get to it. You broke up with your girlfriend and went with somebody else. Who was it?
I can't say. You have to know. By the way, you were great on that Will Smith thing the other night.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
What Will Smith thing?
Yeah, they reran my Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, no need to compliment Robin on that.
Come on,
Trying to get me off his case.
Yeah.
I must win her over. Before she destroyed me.
So what's this movie you're working on?
This thing called Amelia and the King of Plants.
Amelia and the King of Plants?
There you go.
Do you think that's a wise follow-up to Interview with the Vampire?
I do, actually. It's a very nice love story.
I don't like the name. They ought to switch it.
They're going to change it.
Yeah, they have to.
You can't go with that.
They will.
And what you get?
This is the working title.
And you and Mary Stuart Masterson fall in love?
Yes, we do.
You ought to give her a word of advice, man. In the last couple of films, she's looking a little raggy. She ought to wear some hot clothes.
Is she going to be hot in this, or
She is gorgeous in this.
Okay.
She's breathtaking.
Really?
Another Benny and June kind of character.
Yeah.
No. She's a very she's a businesswoman. She's very, very sexy.
The best movie she ever did was with Eric Stoltz. I watch it on HBO all the time. When
Some Kind of Wonderful.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Wonderful.
That's a great movie. That is one of the best movies ever made. I've watched it 19 frigging times.
And she was gorgeous in it.
Yeah.
Her blonde hair.
Yeah, she was real hot in it. And then I don't know.
Tomboy character.
Now all of a sudden she's trying to do like a like a Jessica Lange thing.
Yeah.
Like, let me see how ugly I can make myself.
I was watching her in Benny and June this weekend too.
Yeah, with the schnot running out of her.
But then I also saw her in that movie with all the women, the Western.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bad Girl.
Hey, how is anybody naked in that?
Well, just Drew Barrymore walks around in a T-shirt, no bra through the whole movie.
Hey, Christian, you ever get her?
Who? Which
Drew
one?
Barrymore.
No.
You got close, though. That was a long pause.
What'd you get to third base? What?
Christy Turlington.
Oh, is that who he had?
That's who it was.
Oh, my God. What's it like when Christy Turlington gets naked in front of you for the first time? Are you out of your friggin' mind, or are you saying, hey, I'm Christian Slater, why should I be out of my mind?
I was drugged and kidnapped at the time.
Christy Turlington, how'd you meet her?
I have no recollection.
Was that one of those fashion shows?
You go to those fashion show things?
Once.
Let me tell you something. That's something I wish I could be single. I would go to all those fashion shows.
No, you don't.
Yes, I would. I'd sit there and I'd go back and meet them.
What's so bad about it?
Why wouldn't I do it?
Nightmare.
It's a nightmare. What? You sit there at the runway while the models walk down and you pick out which one you want because you're famous.
It's horrendous.
Oh, please.
It's a bad scene.
I mean, the only dark side is you got to meet Mickey Rourke. Other than that, it sounds kind of cool.
No, it's hideous.
Who else did he have?
Winona Ryder.
Oh, yeah, that's a girl I'd like to have sex with.
I remember that.
Now, I'd like to have that one. Who's with her now?
Skinny little waist, but big breasts.
Turner.
You think those are breast implants, Christian?
I don't know. No, they're not, actually.
Really? You do know. What's it like? What's it like, man? What's it like when these girls take their clothes off? Can you hold out a long time?
Models.
That's not a problem.
How do you hold out?
You just do.
What do you think, of garbage or something?
Oh.
What do you do when you're in bed with Christy Turlington, man? I don't care how, what your opinion is of yourself. You got to be sitting there going, oh, my God. I mean, look at this. This is perfection. I would just, I don't know. I would.
The best thing to do is just to be with a real woman. Now, Nina is a real woman.
No, Nina's not the final resting stop for you, my friend.
Nina is the greatest creature walking the earth.
Is she there now?
No.
What are you doing up this time in the morning?
I'm working.
At 3 in the morning?
It's not 3 in the morning.
No, he's up in Ossining.
For me, it's 10 of 7.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, you're shooting in Ossining?
They're on location in New York.
Oh, he did say he was near Sing Sing.
He also did that movie where he plays a disc jockey. Remember
I saw that one.
I like that movie.
Yeah, that was good.
Pump Up the Volume. And that girl had a great body. She was naked. And
Samantha Mathis.
He was all over her in that movie. I don't know if he got her in real life.
What a
She
great
was wonderful. Wonderful girl.
So tell me about Christy Turlington. That one appeals to me. Forget about Nina for a second.
I can't forget about Nina.
What do? You travel with Nina? I mean, do you bring her places?
She comes and visits.
What does she do for a living?
She writes and produces.
Super. So she's basically doing nothing. She just hangs around with you.
No, she produces music videos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like which one?
She produced one for a friend of ours, a guy by the name of Robbie Rosa. Do you know him?
No.
Great performer. And the video turned out beautifully. And she's a very sexy woman. I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of her.
No.
Adorable.
Who are your friends?
Who are my friends?
Yeah. Who are you friends with, Nicolas Cage?
Oh, I love Nicolas Cage.
What, do you hang out with him?
Do I hang out with him?
Yeah.
I'm actually more friendly, I guess, with Robert Downey Jr. I love him.
Really? He seems a little bit like a putz.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Really?
Great guy.
A good actor, don't get me wrong. I thought he was real good, but I don't know, man. He seems a little flighty or something.
You know who's a great group of people?
Who?
The people over at Saturday Night Live.
Oh, you hang with
Do you
them?
like them?
You know, Chris Farley.
Well, Chris Farley's cool, but I don't know about the rest of them.
Oh, Chris Farley is a genius.
And the other guy that we know is the guy who played Squiggy.
McKeon.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, wait, hang on 1 second. Gotta get into hair and makeup.
Oh, he's got to go.
Oh, you got to get into hair and makeup.
Hair and makeup.
Hey, why don't you stop by sometime? Bring that girlfriend in with you so I can check her out.
Okay.
Yeah, really, seriously, come in sometime.
One of these days.
And then come on in.
Okay. I shall.
All right, it was good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you, too.
What's the matter, Gary? Wait a second. Gary has to ask you something.
This is just one of those ridiculous pieces of gossip that the listeners love to call in with. But they said that it was in the newspaper that Christian had to remodel Nina made him remodel his apartment, changing everything that.
All lies.
Christy Turlington, did.
Nina made you change all the stuff that Christy Turlington did?
Now this is good. It's good that I called in to clarify all of this. That's all malarkey.
Can you imagine, like, you have Christy Turlington, and then your girlfriend's so jealous that she makes you change all your furniture and stuff in your apartment?
What would you do?
I would love to have women fighting over me like that. You know how beautiful that is, man? God bless you. I swear you must have done something right in a previous life.
You must have a great life. Come on.
Come on, not like... No, you kidding me? Guess who I had sex with this weekend?
Who?
My wife.
Good for you.
From 20 years already.
I love it.
Yeah, you love that,
you
huh?
know each other intimately.
Yeah, great. Yeah, there's nothing like love after 20 years.
All right, man, I got to go.
All right, good luck.
I will speak to you later.
All right, thanks for calling in.
All right, man.
Bye-bye. That's Christian Slater. He's a cool dude.
He must be getting the same rap you do. You know, it's intimate love. It's no other strange woman could love you this way.
He's real good in that movie where he has that baboon heart.
What's it called?
I need a part like that where you hardly have to talk. Restless Heart.
Okay. Because I did see bits and pieces of it this weekend. It was on cable.
Marissa Tomei, she looked kind of cute. They had one scene of her in a little tiny, T-shirt, and she's, squatting down on the floor. What?
It's Untamed Heart.
Untamed Heart?
Untamed Heart, yeah, okay.
It's a hard stuff. And Christian Slater plays this moron.
Well, he turns out not to be such a moron once they start talking to him.
Yeah, but he's retarded because he believes everything the nuns told him that he has a baboon heart, and then all of a sudden he's a genius because he read all these books and he knows all about he's a great guy who
it's
barely
almost like he's an idiot savant.
Yeah.
Because he's so bright, but all he can do is mop floors or something.
Yeah. I love little love stories like that. You know, where the guy turns out to be a cool guy and all of a sudden chicks are interested in him.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be able to get the girl, but he gets the girl.
I was always waiting for that to happen to me. You know?
Blossom.
Yeah, like I was going to blossom. Like I'd be working in a place and some girl would notice me and all of a sudden I'd be the catch. Boy, there's a kid having the time of his life.
Yeah, well, he got into pretty bad trouble when he went on that little wild fling. You can hear it. He was involved with this Nina person.
Yeah.
And then he went to one of those fashion shows and left with Christy Turlington.
Got all sucked up into it,
yeah, and then that was over, and he went back to Nina, and he's been trying to make up ever since.
Nina. Yeah, Nina must really trust him.
No, I doubt.
Got him on a short leash.
He's so apologetic.
Yeah. Nina's a great girl.
Nina's the best.
If she's the best, then why do you leave her for Christy Turlington?
That was insanity.
How come I'm not allowed to go a little insane and then get back with my wife?
Coke.
Coke?
Get some Coke.
Get some Coke. All right, I got to take a break.
Have an excuse.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take a break.
Wasn't me.
And then...
Jackie must have used that one.
Yeah. Hey, Jackie, by the way, when we come back, you have to tell me what happened with your acting debut.
Yeah, we want to hear it.
No.
Las Vegas, wasn't it?
She's being awfully quiet about it.
Well, you didn't ask about it. I didn't want to go. I don't think I'll be getting any awards.
I got to hear now.
All right, we got to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words. Hey, douches, it's the Howard Stern Show. What is it, Fafa?
I thought you wanted to talk about the football teams.
I want to talk about a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things I need to talk about.
I know.
I was going to ask you because I didn't realize we're getting down to playoff time in football.
Well, it looked like the Jets were going to be in the playoffs, and now it looked like the Giants were out of it. Now the Giants are going to be in it.
You're kidding.
No.
That's amazing.
Well, they're close. I mean, the Giants have a chance, and the Jets no longer have any chance.
Jets are out of it. They blew it.
Winning.
Yeah, they were doing great.
They were 7 minutes away. They were 9 minutes away from being in first place, and now they're in the cellar.
Yeah, it's really weird how football works. I know. 3 weeks they were they were there.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
My friends were talking about flying down to Miami. We were going to get Super Bowl tickets.
I know. My brother-in-law was already lining me up with Super Bowl tickets.
Well, this is the thing. I don't understand how all of a sudden the Giants are being quoted, their scores are being quoted on the radio, and the Jets are gone.
Yeah, because the Jets are no longer a factor in their division, in their whatever it is, their division. They were tied. It was like,
was everybody doing about the same?
Right. Yeah, and the Jets came on, and all of a sudden, like the two most important games that could have either gotten them a wild card or gotten them actually into the playoffs, it just blew.
And then they lost on Saturday, which killed any chance.
And now they were as over as Springsteen.
But the Giants went 3-0, lost 7 games in a row.
Yeah.
Right.
And then just won 4 in a row. So now they're at 7-7. If they win 2 more, they could be in the playoffs.
But explain it's because Philadelphia screwed up so bad that the Giants...
Right, but still the Giants are still 7-7 no matter what.
Well, I understand that Buffalo is in trouble, too.
They're done also.
Yeah?
They got the Jets record or close to it.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Which is weird, strange stuff. Yeah. Weird. Weird. Just out of nowhere. Weird. Weird stuff.
Wild. Wacky.
Wacky.
What do you make of all this? Did you watch the games this weekend?
No, I was, I got to tell you what I did.
What did you do that kept you so tied up?
I probably shouldn't even admit to this. You think I should?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, all right.
I think it's funny that you did it with your daughter. Didn't you say your daughter was there?
Yeah, well, no, I kicked her out of the room after a while. So, I was on Prodigy. The computer bulletin board and stuff.
Sure, that company that people tap into to exchange information.
So they have this feature where you can chat. You chat with people. In other words, instantaneously, like if you were on there.
You're talking to them directly. They type in something and you type in something?
For me, this is really cool. You go into it, and you can have up to 15 people in a room at a time, and there's different topics.
Okay. So it's like a party line.
It's a conference call.
Yeah. So I was excited about it. I don't know. I just think it's cool. It's a party line. It's a conference call.
Uh-huh.
And you don't know who anyone is because everybody gives themselves a phony name.
It's like CB. Everybody's got a...
Yeah, everyone's got a handle.
Fake name.
And my name was Jerkman. Because I was thinking of Jackie and his acting. Anyway, so...
What chat room were you in? Does it have a particular title?
Let me tell you. So this is, I got to admit, Prodigy's onto something really cool with this. So I checked my billing. I must have spent like $100.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but this was Friday night.
Is this instant? Like as
Instantaneous.
soon as you type in there seeing it?
Instantaneous.
I always thought there was delays.
No delay. Instantaneous. As soon as you hit enter, your post goes up.
Different than a billboard. This is a chat
And
line.
it looks like a transcript because you can chat, and you don't know who anyone is. You don't know what sex they are. You don't know anything. Okay? So I just installed it.
I guess this was an active one because I've seen people go on these chat lines and nobody knows what to say. There's a bunch of people who can't talk.
That's basically what happened until I got on. So I was going down it and I was trying to figure out how the whole thing worked. And I saw one that said, Howard Stern something or other. So I said, I'll go in there, obviously. This is a topic I know.
This is something
right. So I go in, and then it was a password. You needed a password to get it. People can lock you out with a password. But you can, listen to this, instantaneously, you can hit a button on your computer that sends a message to one of the people in the room, and they can press view, and you say, hey, I'm a Howard Stern fan. Can I get into your room? Give me the password. Okay. So they gave me the password, and I got in. And it was two people having a conversation. Now, you can tell who's there because it gives you a list of who's in the room. And if you want, they have, like, vital statistics on people and stuff if they list them.
Right.
All right? So I was just rapping and stuff. And I don't know how it came about, but I just said, I know a lot about Howard Stern. And the two people said, they would blow me up.
Right.
Because,
so do we.
Yeah. I said, I know a lot about Howard Stern. And they said, yeah, sure. So they asked me a question right away to see if I knew a lot about Howard Stern. I couldn't answer.
You couldn't answer about yourself?
No.
Was it the question?
She said, who is your brother who died in Vietnam?
Oh, geez.
And I went,
your brother?
I don't know. I must have made a fleeting reference one time on the air that I had a brother who died in Vietnam or something. Does anybody know the answer to that? Yeah, so I said, I don't know. I said, but I really know a lot about him. They asked me another question. So they were like bored because they saw I don't know anything.
Right.
They know more about me than I did.
I was going to say, you needed to get out of this room.
So finally I just said, look, I am Howard Stern.
And they didn't believe you.
And then they didn't believe me. So I said, test me. I'm Howard Stern. So they go, okay, what are your daughter's names? So I go, Emily, Deborah, Ashley. They go, what are their middle names? So I type real fast. So I wrote, I gave them the middle names. They were like, hey, you're pretty good, but you're not Howard Stern. So this went on for 2 hours.
Trying to convince them?
Trying to convince them that, and they all, what happened was, and my wife was like, what are you doing down there?
I really think this is sick, but did you?
All right, wait a second, but it was the most fun I ever had. So then there was one person named Clouds One. That was their name. So I could tell that, and then like people started piling into the room as I was talking. And a lot of people were playing the game, but this one person seemed very in tune with the show and was asking intelligent questions.
Of you?
Yeah. So I didn't know if it was a man or a woman, but it turned out to be a woman. She hit my button, and all of a sudden on Prodigy it says, you have a private message. So it says it. You have a private message. I hit view, and she goes, hey, you're pretty good at this, but, why are you saying you're Howard Stern? I said, she goes, who are you? I said, I'm Howard Stern.
You should have told me you were Jackie the Joke Man. Maybe you should have gone for that.
Well, I said, I'm trying to rap to you people. You've been asking me to come on this stupid bulletin board. I'm finally on, and no one's talking to me. Everyone's doubting me.
Nobody believed it at all.
Nobody.
Not even one.
Well, I'll tell you what happened on Sunday.
You went back.
Wait. I told you I was with this all weekend.
Yeah, Howard, you know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
John Lennon said when he used to call to make airline reservations, they used to hang up on him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. John Lennon, they'd hang up on him.
Yeah, but I found the whole thing kind of fun. So I said, look. I said...
You got into the challenge of it.
Yeah, I said, I'm really into this. Because they were asking me kind of cool questions, and some of them I could answer. They asked me, what did you wear to the Libertarian Convention? I said, I don't know what I wore to the... I typed back, I don't know what I wore to the Libertarian Convention.
It wasn't that bizarre.
I said, Ralph dressed me.
Ask him.
Yeah, ask him. And then they go, well, if you're Howard Stern, why don't you call Ralph and find out what you wore? I said, I can't. He's at the Nine Inch Nails concert. So no one believed me. And then they said, give me the first 3 digits of your hotline number. I said, I don't know. So I called Gary up at his house.
You're kidding. And
Gary was like half asleep. And I said, hey, you got to tell me what our hotline number is. And he goes, Howard, what's wrong? I don't understand. I said, look, I'm sorry to wake you, but I'm in the middle of trying to prove to some people that I'm Howard Stern. So this went on for like 2 hours, and then finally I just gave up.
On Sunday, were the same people on?
No, Sunday I went into a different board that was called Trivia, and I started playing trivia with them. And then I said, what is the name? If you guess somebody's answer, you get to ask a question. Right. I said, what is David Letterman's mother's name? And they couldn't get it. So I said, it's Dorothy. What is it?
You want to talk to the girl who was on Prodigy with
Yeah, yeah, get her on.
Clouds 1, right?
Clouds 1, yeah. I'll know her real name.
Right.
I know it too.
I know her real name.
John's ready to blurt it out on the air.
Yeah, she blew me off. And this is a girl who writes on that Howard Stern bulletin board all the time. Prodigy. She's like the main person.
She was like, the one asking the intelligent
Yeah,
question?
she was the one. I was kind of surprised it was her.
She's like the babe that everyone protects on the billboard.
Yeah.
You know,
What do you mean protect?
If you start to talk bad about her, all the other guys jump in and say, hey,
And I told, yeah. It's a star, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That was me.
I know. Now I know.
Yeah.
You didn't believe him at all, though.
He didn't know what he was talking about.
Well, that's typical.
I did know. What?
Is Star the person from the Prodigy?
Right.
Yeah.
From the billboard.
Yeah, it was her. And she didn't believe it was me. And I was trying to rap to these people, and no one would rap to me.
See, you blew it.
I know. And you know what I found out? When I'm not Howard Stern, people hate me because every one of these other bulletin boards I went on, people just blew me off. I was talking to one guy, and he just left the room and left.
Wow, left you there alone. That's a pretty...
It's a pretty sad statement. Humbles you. Because they all have their own little secret language. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
You got to get into it. It's like CB.
Yeah. It was me.
Well, you kept telling us to get back to the subject.
What subject?
Yeah.
Howard.
Me. Yeah, I wanted to talk about me. I didn't want to talk about anything else. Well, that was me.
Well, I'm glad. It was nice talking to you.
But you... Wow. I thought they'd be really psyched that I was on there, but...
Well, we didn't believe you. A lot.
But didn't I answer... Who else could answer those kind of questions?
Well, you didn't answer them all.
Yeah, but I answered all
the personal ones.
Questions. Well, a lot of people come on and they know a lot about you, and they say they're you.
Yeah.
Oh, so that happens all the time.
Yeah, it does.
Does she know the Vietnam question?
What was the answer to the Vietnam question? Who's my brother?
Wilbur.
Wilbur?
Yeah.
What?
Who's Wilbur?
I don't know. Steve Shalone knew that. He said if you didn't know that, then you weren't Howard.
Well, I don't
Howard
know.
doesn't know half the things he says. What are you talking
Wilbur?
about? Who would know
Who would know that I'm Wilbur?
No, your brother's Wilbur.
And my wife was furious. She said, what are you doing down there? I said, well, I'm trying to convince these people that it's me. They won't answer me any, they won't get off that it's not me. She goes, you're an a-hole. You got kids up.
Yeah. I got to agree with her.
So I went up and told my kids, and they wanted to, so, I brought my kids on there.
Oh, you brought Emily down to...
Yeah. So then when I was doing it on Sunday, this bulletin board stuff, whatever you call it, chat line, I was in with trivia, and I said, well, what's David Letterman's mom's name? And they go, well, they didn't know. I said, Dorothy. They go, it's very astute. I go, yeah, I was a guest on the David Letterman show.
Always got to brag.
Yeah. The guy goes, well, how were you a guest? I said, well, this is a trivia game. Why don't you guess who I am? They go, are you famous? I go, yeah. They go, you an author? I go, yes.
Oh.
They go, are you a TV personality? I go, yes. And I said, I'm primarily known for another medium, but yeah, I'm a TV star and a author.
Uh-huh.
And they thought I was Larry King.
Oh.
So
Well, see, Larry King would do something like that, not Howard Stern.
Bennett Cerf. So I spent another hour and a half doing this, and they couldn't guess who I was. And then I said, my agent called me about something. And I said, I got to go. They go, well, tell us who you are. I said, I'm not going to tell you who I am. You got to guess. But I got to leave you. I'll come back in an hour.
You did.
Yeah. So I came back, and then and the only person left was this girl. And we started talking. She's 27 years old from Florida, but she believed who I was once I told her.
Oh, you told her.
And she asked me, do I cheat on my wife?
And what did you say?
I said,
sure, baby. On this computer, I do.
I can't wait to get home to my computer. It's fun. I'm going to go back on there.
You know what?
Yeah, no, I know. Today there'll be 4,000 Howard Sterns. I'll never be able to do it again.
But this is so funny. He won't go to a party because what? He'll have to talk to people about himself.
Right.
And then he goes on a computer and he's screaming, I'm Howard Stern.
But you know why? Because every time I try to talk about what they're talking about, people just leave me. They leave. They're bored by me.
Oh, dear. But why wouldn't you go to a party if this is what you want to do?
No, because I don't want to meet people. I just want to talk to them.
It's a dream come true.
It's a dream come true for me.
Socially awkward.
For the socially awkward, you get on this computer, and you're talking to a whole bunch of different people. I was rapping to some 17-year-old kid about how to send sounds through my computer. He was more fun than any, adult I ever met until I knew he was 17. And I said, what am I doing talking to a 17-year-old? What am I, a douche?
Well, this is very sad that now you're looking for crutches instead of going out and fighting this fear you have of people.
And I'm the only 40-year-old guy on because I'm talking to this one girl on there, and she goes, "Well, how old are you?" I go, "I'm 40," and then she just left.
Right, old idiot.
Some old idiot. So then the next time I went on this computer thing, I said I was a 27-year-old bodybuilder.
Oh, so now you realize everybody's lying too.
Yeah, right. Now I go on as a girl. I changed my name quickly to a girl's name.
It only change every 24 hours.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's funny, Howard, I only went on that thing a few times a long time ago, but when I saw that star person,
yeah, that's
for a
her.
while I thought that was you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I only read like a
No, I'm a different name on that bulletin board. In fact, I write in all the time on that bulletin board.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, is Star...
But now I'm into the Internet. Then I switched over to that.
Right. I was thinking about you because I saw these Internet programs.
Yeah. And everything on the Internet is about me. So it's good. All I do is spend the whole day reading about me.
You're amazing.
And I never get tired of it.
Absolutely amazing. So obsessed with yourself.
Yeah.
Small peanut.
And I even said, what's wrong with me that I spent the entire day either reading about me or getting on there and talking about me?
You really ought to think about this.
Yeah.
The Star, is that a real name or a fake name, or what is
That's
that?
her fake name, right?
That's another fake name.
My real name.
Oh, that's your real name?
Yeah.
Oh, so...
She worships me, though.
Yes, I do.
Would you like to come and meet him? Since you
I
had
invited
this
her.
Conversation?
I invited her and Uloth from Boston to come down to the station. Uloth believed me at the end. You know that? Who's that guy, Uloth?
His name's Steve.
Oh, well, Uloth believed me at the end.
Yeah, he's on the bulletin board, too.
I have all little friends on the bulletin board. How old are you?
Well, I'd like to come in sometime.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Oh, you are?
See, all you people, 40-year-olds are sitting there.
Are you cute?
Lying and lying.
Are you cute?
I'm 5'3", 110.
Because she sounds like she's like the hot chick of the bulletin board. Because mostly it's
a hot chick. It's just I'm just about the only one on there.
Yeah, it's mostly guys.
Of course, it's the Howard Stern bulletin board.
Yeah, it's mostly guys just yelling at each other, either arguing that I'm a jerk off or that I'm a great guy.
Have you seen Melrose on there?
Yeah. Yeah, he's desperate.
Oh, yeah, he is.
What does he say on there?
He says weird stuff. Melrose Larry Green is on there. He's weird.
Yeah, John's on there too.
Yeah.
John who?
But I'm on there, but every time I try to convince everyone that it's me, they just hang up on me or something.
Well, they'll all be there today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I might log on today.
How many people can get on at once? Like
25 or something.
It'll be full today.
Is it 25 star?
15 usually.
Yeah.
Some rooms are 25.
How come there isn't a permanent Howard Stern room?
No, it's not. We have chat night on Wednesday and Friday night and sometimes on Sunday night.
What's with your phone? I can barely hear you.
Oh, I don't know. I called you once before and we had a bad connection.
Where do you live?
Albany, outside Albany.
Oh.
I was the one that asked you about what you were wearing at
Yeah, like why would I know what I wore?
What was he wearing?
What was I wearing?
You were wearing, now I don't remember, a white shirt and a purple coat.
Hey, did you print out our conversation?
No.
Oh, shucks.
No.
I would like a copy of it. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, well...
It was pretty cool, though. That's what I did the whole weekend.
But it was surprising when I IM'd you. You didn't know what was going on. Because you came back to the room and said, I'm back. You know, usually you don't say, I'm back in the room when you get IM'd. You just go back in.
But what did I get? IM'd?
That's a personal message.
Instant message.
Oh. You see, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't know how to use the computer.
You're not supposed to say you're back. That's supposed to be a secret.
I'm a dick.
You don't know anything.
Yeah, I don't. That was obvious because every time I go into one of these bulletin board rooms on the computer, everybody leaves because I don't know what I'm doing.
They don't want to talk to newcomers.
Yeah, they don't.
Like you don't know the lingo.
Yeah, I'm like stupid.
If you walked in and said, could somebody tell me the rules?
Like there was a three-way conversation going on in one of these rooms. And I kept trying to get in on it, and everyone just ignored my comments.
Well, some of the rooms are permanent. You know, the people all know each other, but other ones aren't.
Oh, because then I started getting angry, and I just started writing Baba Booey, you know, all the time, and people still ignored me. It was kind of funny, though. Yeah, you're welcome to come down anytime.
Okay, maybe after New Year's.
All righty.
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Nice talking.
Nice talking to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
No, the one time I saw somebody into one of those things, it was like the stupidest conversation.
Yeah.
I just said, why are you doing that?
It's idiotic, but it is so much fun. It's a lot of fun. I don't know. For me, it's a lot of fun because I don't have to go anywhere. I can just talk to people like that.
But they're like Major League fans. That's got to be their ultimate fantasy for you to get on there.
I know, but once I get on anyway, they don't believe it's me. It was funny.
I would have loved to have seen people bailing out after you guys.
You know what? I should have saved the transcript, because on the transcript it goes, this guy's leaving, and it's just people leave. But I did pick up a 27-year-old girl from Sarasota.
So you told her you cheat?
Ooh. No, I told her I was faithful, because I don't want to, you know.
What? You don't want to?
But I mean, she was obviously interested. She asked me if I screw all the girls on the show. I said no.
Not all of them.
Right. Not all of them, just Robin. Anyway, that's what I did all weekend.
Well, I'm very proud of you.
And I said, what's wrong with me? I said, shouldn't I be like sort of...
Shouldn't you maybe have a couple of real friends?
Yeah, like shouldn't I try to meet real people? What's my problem? You never did that, Jackie, with your computer?
I only got on that Prodigy thing. They had Gary and I do answer some letters one time, and then I got on a few other times. You know.
You never went into the chat room.
I never went in the chat room.
You got to go in the chat room, and then you make up a phony name.
One of those bulletin boards, that one guy, that Ira guy, monopolized the whole thing, so it was no fun to look at it because he was.
No, they made a new one where he's not allowed on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it's interesting, you know. But,
yeah, I know.
But you got to know your way around, too. You know, you're going to this message and this answer. And
it's confusing sometimes.
Yeah, you're talking about the Internet. I couldn't even figure out how to get around Prodigy.
The Internet's incredible. That really is a lot of fun.
Well, one of these days, when I have more time.
And you'll get bored with it. Like, I'll be bored with this in 2 weeks.
Of course, just like every other gadget you've ever run into.
I know.
Thousands of dollars to say, hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hi.
Well,
yeah.
that's what I thought. Isn't it stupid? Get on a phone, you want to talk to somebody.
I know.
Why are you typing to them?
And now they're talking about that one day you'll be able to talk into your computer in these rooms and you won't have to type.
Thank
and I'm saying, well, that's the phone. We have that already. Doesn't make any sense.
It was so stupid that you're writing. It's writing.
I know. It's weird. I don't know what to make of it all.
People don't sit and write letters anymore, but they'll type into a computer.
I felt like the biggest jerk doing it, and I said, but I'm totally into it. I couldn't get off the thing. I loved it. So, like, you know, I can't criticize it if I was doing it all week. And I kept saying to myself, this is totally antisocial. This is really stupid.
I think this is very bad for you.
And I like going on and just talking about myself.
Very bad for you. This is not good.
No.
This only encourages those bad things.
I know. It was really weird.
Those things you need to fix.
Yeah. I was on the phone with Ratso because he called me and he goes, what's going on? I said, I'm on my computer with a 27-year-old girl.
Oh, where are you? I'll get on too.
Yeah, he was like, oh, Jesus, I got to hook my Prodigy up.
Has he still got that girlfriend?
Yeah.
That same girl?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. All women are shocked when Ratso has a girlfriend. Because Ratso's a big fat guy, but he doesn't know it.
How could he not?
Ratso thinks he's, like, really handsome.
He has no mirrors.
What?
He has no mirrors.
He has no mirrors in his house. Ratso's one of those guys who's kind of odd-looking.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like the Penguin.
Yeah, without makeup.
Yeah, but he doesn't know he's odd-looking. He's convinced that women should be all over him. I can't understand when they're not.
He should be waddling.
Yeah.
He has the world's worst facial hair.
Oh, it's so ugly that you want to just shave his face.
Hold him down.
Yeah, right.
But he's got a different kind of, like, goofy physique. Like, when I put on weight, I get a little bit of a belly.
Yeah.
Ratso's got, like, a big dumpy ass.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a big butt.
He looks like an egg.
Yeah.
But Ratso's one of those guys. He's like, you know, he's real particular about women.
Right.
Yeah, he's like, you know, does she have big breasts? I go, well, what's big? He goes, I only take them with, like, C's or D's and bigger.
It's like, how dare you?
Yeah, and I'm like, Ratso, you know, you're particular?
You're lucky to get female.
Yeah, right. You're lucky even guys want to hang out with you.
Big breasts and Jewish are what... Big breasts are absolutely necessary. Jewish would be nice.
Right.
But I was going to fix them up with some people, and he goes, big breasts? And I go, like, B. And he goes, nah.
Yeah, he'll pass.
He just passed.
Yeah, he passes. And I'm like, Ratso passes?
Like they're banging down his door.
Yeah.
That big silly grin.
Yeah. Well, he gets girls, though.
And a smoking jacket.
I haven't seen the new girl, you know, that girlfriend that he's been with for a long time, but I heard she's really good looking.
I saw her, I think he brought her to Stuttering John's record party or something, but I saw her somewhere.
Uh-huh.
She was really, really pretty.
Really?
But again, you know what? It looked like he abducted her.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's always the way it is.
And Ratso thinks he's famous. So he's like one of those guys who thinks he's famous. So he's like entitled to beautiful women.
You know, he walks around in dark glasses.
Yeah.
So that he doesn't have to interact with people.
Right.
You know, like people will come up and say, "Hey, Ratso."
Right.
But you know, I don't.
All I know is Ratso can't be doing that well, because when I told him I was on my computer with a 27-year-old girl, he was like busy trying to, you know, rapidly hook up his prodigy.
Yes.
But Ratso,
Yeah, like get in on it.
No,
hey, let me call in.
Why does everyone assume that when a girl logs onto the computer that it's Pamela Anderson?
Because that's the way we got to think.
Why do you think they're doing it this way?
You got to start from the top and work.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But Ratso's like,
But you know, Pamela Anderson's always on her computer.
Ratso's deal is he's just like every guy like him.
Yeah.
He could have Pamela Anderson, but if he hears there's another girl somewhere, he's got to have them all.
Yeah.
He's got to get everything.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to what
but
Gary
you're just
said.
saying, like, why is Ratso
What did you just say?
Why is Ratso so quick to hook up his computer? It doesn't matter that he's got a pretty girl. He's got to have more.
Yeah, right.
He's got to be part of everything.
He's got to be in there.
Fantastic.
Never know.
I'm sure all the girls look like Louis Anderson.
Oh.
All right, let's take a break, and then when we come back, we'll be back, I guess. And we'll take some of your phone calls right after these words. Dumb and Dumber is the new Jim Carrey movie. I saw the commercials for it. Looks hysterical. And doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, there's some pretty funny scenes.
And now that I'm an insider in Hollywood, I was talking to some guys who told me that the buzz is that the thing is phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy, what a role he's on.
Yeah. They say it's really funny.
I think he put Jeff Daniels in it to calm you down.
Yeah.
You would have laughed yourself to death.
Yeah, it's real funny. Although Jeff Daniels does something pretty funny. He gets his tongue stuck on a cold pole.
Yeah. Have you ever done that?
No, but I've got my finger caught on ice and stuff.
I got my tongue stuck in the freezer.
Oh, Jesus. How'd you get it out?
Oh, God, I don't know. I think I ripped it off.
Oh.
It was awful.
I don't even... What?
You leave your taste buds on the metal.
Oh. Well, there's one scene in Dumb and Dumber where Jeff Daniels gets his tongue caught on ice, and this woman goes, "I'll just pull your head back," and they got a rubber tongue in there that just stretches, and it's the funniest thing you ever saw. Robin, is there any place your tongue hasn't been?
You ever get your ass stuck in a lake?
Anyway, Dumb and Dumber starts at theaters everywhere December 16th. Looks like New Line Cinema might actually have a hit on its hand for the first time.
Is that an accident? Dumb and Dumber?
Hey, Gary, that's a pretty funny... I want to take some phone calls, but... Hey, Jackie, you didn't even hear the Phoebe Snow song, did you? Did you hear any of it?
No, I'm dying to hear it.
Yeah,
I heard it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good. Who told you, Phoebe?
Yes, she left a message on my machine.
Yeah.
Actually, she called me over the weekend, but I didn't call her back yet. She just said she had a lot. She left a message saying she had a lot of fun doing it.
Oh, yeah? Good.
I'm glad Phoebe had a lot.
Because one never knows with Phoebe.
It's so difficult.
Jackie the Joke Man Marlowe, to order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, it's $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Holiday special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. This Friday night, December 16th, at Catch a Rising Star in the Governor Morris Hotel in Morristown, New Jersey. For dirty jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. Good for you, Jackie.
Why is that funny?
Real quick, what happened? I just got to catch up on all the news. So
that was
last
the
week...
producer of my television show that said Phoebe's song is an instant classic.
Oh, did he?
Couldn't believe it.
Oh, his television show.
His television show.
He did it again.
I'm making a joke.
All right, what happened? You went out to Las Vegas.
I spent from 9 o'clock Wednesday night until 12 midnight Saturday night. I was with Gilbert.
Oh, yes, that sounds like fun.
We worked two 12 or 14, 18, 20-hour days. It was ridiculous.
What do you mean? You had that much of a part?
2 in the afternoon until 5:30 in the morning, and then the next day we started at 4:30 and went till 5:30 in the morning the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, we were...
Boy, you mean it was more than a cameo?
It's an hour episode of a show that's going to be on, it's like they're doing 13 of them. It's called The Watcher, where a guy is like in a room looking at video monitors, and he just hones in on one of them and follows somebody for the show.
Oh, I see.
Or follows two different sets, and they kind of overlap. And
so
me and
you
Gilbert were one of the overlapping plots.
Oh.
And it was...
Now, were you working that whole time, or were you sitting around while they shot other stuff?
They were shooting us, but you still sit around the whole time because they shoot you and then they move the camera.
So did you have to memorize a lot of lines and stuff?
Yeah.
Really?
It was wild.
And we
were actually actors. It wasn't like just going there and saying, hello, how you doing? And that was...
So what was the plot of this show? Like what were you?
Gilbert and I are in a casino.
Yeah.
And we're a couple of sleazeballs, and we see an old lady win a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then we follow her down an alley.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to give away the whole
You just
thing.
give it away. Who cares? No one's going to see it anyway. It's on some Paramount.
Yeah,
Paramount TV network.
Paramount TV network that no one gets.
So me and Gilbert follow this old lady, and we mug her.
Right.
We mug this old lady, and then...
Can you imagine?
I swear to God, it's hysterical.
Come on, Gilbert. Let's go mug the lady.
And then she's on television.
And stuff like that?
What?
When he was fighting with the lady, did he have to pull punches and do all that?
No, I had to hit her with a blackjack over the head, and this old lady did her own stunt.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was an alley in Vegas.
Hey, Gilbert, give me the blackjack. Right now.
Let's get the old bag.
Hey, Gilbert.
That's exactly what I
If we get the lady, then we will be rich.
Hey, she just won a lot of money. Let's go mug her.
Right now.
Let's go after the old broad.
Jackie's pretty funny. He said something this morning that I knew was like an instant classic Jackie line. I said, hey, how'd it go this weekend? And he goes, it was a lot of fun, but I'll tell you, a lot of effing work doing movies.
Oh, boy. Oh.
He's already...
I swear to God.
Yeah, right.
I swear to God, I was saying to myself,
You don't pay enough.
we are very lucky.
Self-sabotage.
Right.
This is a very
He's already
easy
going
job.
into self-destruct mode.
Listen, this is very easy.
This is an easy job compared to that. I swear to God.
You now appreciate your role.
I now
That's
appreciate
right.
Send him out once a year.
There you go.
Yeah, but I got to be me. I got to step out and
We were like real actors.
You know,
Howard doesn't.
if
Howard does a cameo. I had to act.
you know what's funny? If Jackie is appreciating his job this morning, that means it was a disaster.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
I'd like to thank my director, John McPherson.
There's a tape that you want to get your hands on.
Person. Oh, I'm dying.
Why
many-
was he
wait a
so
second.
patient?
Yeah, how many did you have to do a lot of retakes since you were new at it, or did they just go with the first cut?
I thought my motivation wasn't good on that last scene. Can I do a reshoot?
Why am I carrying a blackjack?
Where's my mark?
What is he doing with a blackjack?
I think my character would eat yogurt during
The
this.
very first scene,
Yeah.
I say one line and drink.
Is that right?
I drank a
Well,
beer
there you go.
immediately.
And it was a real beer.
And it was real.
How many
There
times
you
did you do that?
By the 19th take, I was like,
Jackie kept flubbing the line on purpose.
Well, Jackie, congratulations to you.
and I
can't
expect to
wait
get
to
an
see
Emmy.
it.
Jackie Marlowe.
Jackie Marlowe.
Jackie, an actor.
The Watcher on the Paramount Television Network.
You can scream it all you want. People still don't know where to find it.
Yeah, right, yeah. Go scream out the
I kept asking
window.
them where it's going to be so I can announce it. Nobody has any
Yeah, right. I'll tell you one thing. When Jackie wasn't here, it was nice and quiet. I could actually get my show going.
Oh,
I didn't hear every minute.
You weren't competing with the other show on the radio.
Yeah, someone wrote me a letter. This is a Jackie hate letter.
90% of the time, that's not even me doing it.
It says, to the manager of the Howard Stern Show.
Who's that?
I don't know. I've been listening to Howard's show for a long time. Needless to say, I enjoy it. But why in the name of God must we have to listen to that nerd, Jackie, shouting every minute during the show, especially during the interviews? It is impossible to hear them. He didn't make it on Star Search, so now he is screwing up this show. He is the only one who thinks he is funny. Do something or I will tune out. That's from Mrs. Hunter. Look at that.
Wow.
And she's pissed. Gee, we should call her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see if we can get her on the line.
See exactly what you did.
Yeah, right. See if we
Poor
can't get
Jackie.
that. Oh, man.
So was I represented when I wasn't here? Was Fred hitting those things?
Once in a while.
What?
You were pretty much forgotten by Friday. To be honest
Yeah,
with you.
you know, it was completely quiet on Friday. Fred didn't play any of it.
Yeah.
Jackie, who?
Hard work, I was acting.
Our jobs are easy compared to acting.
I'd like to say hello to my producer, Tony Gittleson.
We do here because, man, that's a tough job.
Oh.
3 years writing a book.
You're on the air.
Oh.
Sandy Bloom calling. Sorry, man, I forgot to get back to you earlier today. I just spaced out. Heard the rock climb thing, pretty funny, and heard you with Howard this morning and all that sort of stuff. I'm having a party over at my place Saturday about 4. Mostly I just wanted to invite you. Figure at this point you ought to be hanging out with us, you know? Give me a call
What an honor.
tomorrow if you can make it, 4 o'clock Saturday. Beer and brat. If you're not from Milwaukee, you don't know what a brat is. It's a bratwurst. Kind of like a sausage.
It's kind of like a thing in my pants.
It'll be fun. Give me a buzz at the station tomorrow. I'll give you directions and all that kind of stuff. All right? Later, man.
Cool, man. Solid. Captain Jenks calling in on our Miami line.
How does he do that?
I don't know. What is it?
That lady wasn't home. The woman who
too bad.
Oh.
She was out to lunch.
Jackie would like to take her to task.
Hey, doesn't help when you write like that.
Hey, lady, that's not even me half the time.
Yeah, Fred playing sound effects. People don't realize. That wasn't even me.
The only thing I can do to help myself is not be here.
Yeah.
Would you please explain that Fred is paying those laughs?
What is it, Papa Foley?
Oh, nothing. I thought you were going to ask me about something.
Like what?
Anything you want.
No, right before I was walking out the door, you said...
You want to do a Stuttering John with Charlton Heston?
Yeah.
Did anybody see Us Magazine with the Ellen DeGeneres interview?
She looks terrible on the cover. Terrible.
Yeah. That's the same guy who took the picture of me for Rolling Stone.
Well, sorry. He did a much better job of you.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, they all can't be winners. I'm a great subject. You can't make me look bad. What is it? What? Stuttering John. Well, I can't hear you.
Are you doing me?
What?
You doing Charlton Heston?
Dude, look at you, man. You're a mess. Don't block my camera.
Howard, he wears these sunglasses.
Yeah.
He looks like a gay state trooper now.
I'll do you in a minute. I'll do you after the commercial, all right?
All right.
You know who he looks like?
Hospital pants.
He looks like that guy at the hospital that got arrested for rape last week or something.
You know what it is? Stuttering John is trying to look cool like a rock star, but he's wearing a leather jacket, and then he's got a way too long shirt that's sticking out of the bottom of the leather jacket with green medical pants, and it just doesn't even look happening.
It looks like we got him out of bed.
Yeah, he looks like a douche.
He's daring people to like him.
It's mental institution garb.
Yeah. Yeah. I just raped a nurse. And I don't care what they do to me. New Orleans. New Orleans. Yeah, you're on the air. Don't call in on a cellular. Hello?
Yeah.
What is it?
Boy, he dropped it.
Yeah.
It's Captain Jenks.
Is it Jenks?
Hello?
What, are you calling in on every line?
Yes.
I'm just saying what's available this morning, Howard.
I can tell you exactly what happened by listening. He didn't think he was going to get through, and he's scrambling to put a tape in the machine. That's what that noise is.
That's the truth, too, Gary.
You're on the air.
Hi, I am. This is Howard Stern.
Yes.
Really? I hope I could get on.
Well, you're on.
Oh.
Can you get off your speakerphone and lower your radio so you don't get confused?
Yeah, well, I don't hear myself on the air.
Well, why don't you turn off the radio?
Here, I got it turned down. I'm over here.
It's too late
Get
for
off.
him not to be confused.
Would you have this patience for a man?
No.
Hi.
No, it just sounds like a hot...
I'm here.
It sounds like a hot chick, so I'm dealing with it.
Hi.
Can you?
Okay.
This is what's wrong. This is what's wrong with a guy hosting this show. It would move.
Well, I've been trying to call.
Well, wait a second. Hold it. We
need a woman screener.
We have a myriad of problems. First of all, you're on.
It's not Robin in the background. I don't believe it.
We have a myriad of problems. First of all, you're.
I'm on a staticky phone.
Yeah, that's problem number one. Pick up a real phone.
Okay, hold on one moment, okay? Let me run into the other room. 1 second.
Yeah. This is only because I think this is a really cute-sounding girl.
She's got every...
And she'd be really easy to get.
Yeah.
She's hit every point on the checklist of what not to do when you call.
Hello? She's already disconnected, I'm sure.
Yeah, she probably hung up on us.
She has done nothing right so far.
That's right.
She had the radio up. She's on a bad phone.
Totally
she doesn't hear herself.
No, and now she's disconnected.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi, I turned on my radio.
Where are you calling from, New York?
I'm calling from outside Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I live in a really boring town.
Where do you live, in Jersey?
No, I live in a place called Pottstown.
Oh, and you sound really cute.
Oh, I am.
Pottstown? You said Pot. Hey, I want to go there.
Oh.
I should be from there.
But, you know, I moved here from Seattle, like, about 8 months ago, and I never heard Howard Stern out there. I never heard your show.
You must be cool.
You never found us on the radio?
I am cool. I mean, Seattle is a beautiful place, but it's
Everything from Seattle is cool.
Huh?
Everything from Seattle is cool.
Well, you guys make the best music.
That's true.
Hey, what are you, cute?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you sound it.
And I've got this great letter that I wrote to you.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, am I really on the air?
Yeah.
Because I've got my radio turned on. I'm in my friend's room. I'm living with a friend of mine.
Are you naked?
No, actually, I'm in red long underwear.
Oh, like long underwear?
Yeah.
No bra or anything, right?
No bra. No, it's too early in the morning. I got up at
How old are you?
to listen to your show. 24.
And how much you weigh?
Gosh, like 106 or something.
Oh, wow. How
I'm
tall are you?
5'4".
How tall?
5'4".
What's your measurements?
Oh, I would imagine 36, 20. I have kind of small hips.
That's nothing wrong with
Probably
that.
36.
I'm sick of looking at big hip women. 36, 24?
I can't believe I'm
Yeah, she only has 2 measurements.
Robin. Oh, Robin.
I know
My
you.
name is Robin also.
Who do you look like facially?
Well, I wrote on the back. I wrote you this dumb letter, and I was nervous in the letter also. And toward the end, I said, I'm kind of like Madonna, but I didn't say I'm not a bitch. But I would go on your show. I can't believe she would go on Regis and Kathy Lee and Letterman and all that, and she wouldn't go on your show.
Yeah, right. She's not cool like you.
Anyway,
And you're really good looking, huh?
well, I'm kind of like her in that.
How big are your breasts? Do you have a D cup?
No.
B? C?
I'm sorry. It's 36B.
B?
B.
She's apologizing.
Yeah. No need to
Well, I
apologize.
say that because the other day you scoffed at that. Well, you didn't scoff.
No, but you're a small girl, and probably B's on you look more like C's.
Oh, well, and anyway, I look like Tatum O'Neal, kind of.
Who?
Tatum O'Neal.
Oh, Tatum O'Neal.
When she was in Paper Moon.
Oh, you look like Tatum O'Neal. I dig that.
Kind of like her.
Yeah, I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
I dig that whole look. And like, do you like to wear like little mini dresses with those?
Oh, all the time. I only wear mini dresses.
Do you ever wear those belly shirts?
Oh, yeah, in the summertime.
With a, do you have an earring in your belly button?
I've thought of that. I would do it, but yeah, it's not really necessary. My belly button's pretty enough without having to give in to that trend.
Yeah.
You know?
Super.
I mean, that's for Madonna, but she's getting older. She has to.
Do you ever go out in mini dresses? Do you ever walk around in mini dresses with like no panties on?
Oh yeah, because the underwear is kind of inconvenient sometimes.
Like you just forget to put it on, or you just want to feel sexy?
I want to feel. I like to feel the air, sometimes.
I like to get a little breeze.
Yeah.
If I were in New York City or something, I mean, it might be kind of dirty, and I don't. Well, and
you don't want to get dirty down there.
Yeah, you get pollution.
And are you really well groomed and shaved and everything?
Well, I shave my legs and my underarms.
And what about that other area?
No, well, once I tried, and it's kind of prickly and uncomfortable. I don't know, Robin. I don't know if you know about that.
Are you a hairy girl or are you blonde?
I'm blonde.
Oh, so you don't even need
I
to.
just cut my hair, though. It's kind of short. It's a little too short for me because I can't.
Are you really horny?
I am, and I tell you, I wrote you.
Yeah.
Well, of course you're married, and
Yeah, but would you be my girlfriend?
Sounds really fun. Allison sounds really nice.
She's a nice person, but, she's a mother.
She doesn't understand
Yeah,
you.
she doesn't really understand me the way you do.
Well,
Want to come down here and make out with me and stuff?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, cool.
I
Why did you move from Seattle to Pottstown?
Because
good move.
I was getting sort of caught up in this sort of
Scene.
not knowing where I wanted. Yeah, the scene there.
Yeah, that's my thing
I
too.
was thinking of grad school and all that. Well, anyway, so my father decided he wanted me to come here, and I came, and I've just been really bored here.
Have you made love to a lot of different guys?
Huh?
Have you made love to a lot of different guys?
I did in the past, but here people are so dumb. I don't know.
Exactly.
No offense to the people here in Pottstown.
They don't even get your vibe.
Right.
No,
they're not hip to the whole, they're not hip to everything that we are.
They're not.
Are you from a broken home?
Thank God I found you guys. Yeah, I am, kind of.
Good.
I had a very screwy upbringing. I moved around my whole life.
Your pops wasn't around your whole life?
No, he's
cool.
a businessman. He travels.
Hey-o.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to say that he finally tuned in.
You ever try lesbianism?
Yes, I have.
Oh, whoa. What age did you start doing that?
When I was in college, I finally got to seize the opportunity. I was about, 20.
No kidding. Who was it, your roommate? Or someone you knew at college?
Who was it? It was...
Well, don't say the name, I mean. But was it someone you just met, some girl?
It was a girl I just met.
Where did you meet her?
I had a lot of gay guy friends, and I went to...
Well, you must really be good looking.
Party.
So a lot of guys come on to you, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You have long, thin legs?
If they're a little bit smart. No. Well, I'm pretty
sure.
I would say they're more like Madonna's legs. Which, unfortunately, Sandra Bernhardt said that she had stubby legs.
Mm.
I wouldn't consider my legs stubby. I would consider that my best feature, but...
You got a nice ass?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Real tight?
Oh, yeah. I did ballet.
And you wear mini skirts and no panties when you walk around?
Once in a great while.
Do you go braless most of the day?
No. I have this black bra that I always wear from Victoria's Secret. I love it. It smells good. I
bet you it does.
A bra with underwire. How about you, Howard? Do you wear underwear?
Yeah, mine smells good.
Oh, I want to tell you, my father tuned in. He finally tuned in, and I thought that he had a sense of humor, but anyway, he said,
Don't you get it?
He goes,
Don't you get it?
Guy, there was this person making strange noises in the background, and this is what prompted me to finally get in touch with you, is that girl said that Jackie was annoying. I found it so funny when you guys were doing that Haitian cry of independence, like a rooster.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Do that, Jackie.
The reason...
I don't have my radio.
Do that, Jackie, for my girlfriend.
Like, it was so cool that they achieved democracy.
Don't you get it? Your father is uptight about the show, but can you imagine if you were my girlfriend and how he'd freak out?
Oh, he'd be out of his mind.
And that would be the ultimate act of rebellion, wouldn't it?
Oh.
If you and I became boyfriend and girlfriend and moved in together?
Yeah.
And then, your father found that, he'd be jealous and,
Well, for one thing, you're sort of Jewish, right?
Half Jewish.
Sort of,
That is lofty as...
Yeah.
Right, you were half Jewish, right?
Right.
And also you're married.
Yeah, but I'm getting a divorce.
Oh, no, I really...
I just need a girlfriend. I told my wife that this weekend. I said, I need a girlfriend.
How'd it go over?
Not good. Not good. She didn't really like it. She didn't like the idea. I said, don't you want me to be happy? It's because you're happy enough.
What, do you hit her with that every couple of months just to see if she's changed her mind?
Just to see, hey, you never know until you ask. She might say, okay. Yeah, go ahead if that makes you happy, honey.
I think you must have been French in your past life.
I am French. I'm half French.
and you idolize Jerry Lewis, but you don't want to admit it. I'm just kidding.
You've got a great sense of humor. I got to tell you, I got to get together with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so what is she? So you're just in long underwear right now?
Long underwear. Long underwear out. It's like, those red. I mean, I like to be warm when I sleep because I'm always by myself. It's really horrible.
And you're really that good looking, huh?
Well, I think so.
And what happened when you got into lesbianism? How did that happen?
Well, because I wanted to try it. I mean, ever since I was little. I mean, it's sort of a turn on. I mean, So how did it happen? I mean, you were in college. How did it happen? I mean, men are great. They're fun to be with, but...
How did it happen?
I think that we were at a party and we started making out.
Mm-hmm.
Were we talking about a lot of substances? Because she's not even sure.
Yeah, I know. I mean, how do you not remember?
Oh, because it's
what happened? You went to a party? You went to a party?
It was my very, very first time.
You went to a party at college?
We were at a party.
All right, well, wait a second. What were you wearing that night?
I was probably wearing Levi's. It was in Colorado.
When you wear Levi's, do you wear panties?
Well, now, no, I don't really bother with that. Sometimes. I probably...
And, what kind of shirt were you wearing that night?
I was probably wearing a cotton T-shirt.
With no bra?
I can't remember. This is 4 years ago.
What kind of shoes?
Probably, well, you'd be bored. Clark's desert boots.
Now what are you going to tell me? You were on your period that night? And ruined the whole thing? Desert boots.
I was not.
All right, let me get this straight.
I was with a woman. She did have a period.
So you...
Because I was really ready to try different stuff, and she didn't want to. But anyway.
Did she fart into a jar and then make you smell it?
No.
That's different.
Well, I just want to know how far they went.
Smell you on. Oh, no. That's actually not.
I'm telling you, girls really like it. Instead of perfume, you just wear my ass.
That'd be a good name for perfume.
Because I'm a celebrity.
That'd be a great stocking stuffer, wouldn't it?
So let me get this straight. So you go to the party, and like, what was this, a really cute girl there?
She's really cute, and well, she was gay. I was hanging out with a lot of my guy friends in college were gay.
Yeah. So what was she wearing?
And I imagine it was a party. So she was probably. I was unprepared. I didn't,
What was she wearing?
Definitely hetero.
What was she wearing?
She was probably wearing a dress. I can't remember so well because that wasn't.
And who did she look like?
First event.
Oh, this wasn't the first.
Blonde.
How old did he say? What do you mean it wasn't your big first event?
It was my. I mean, it was my first. It was my first experience, and I didn't really get. We didn't get that far. I slept over at her place, and we kissed, and
She didn't get your clothes off?
Oh yeah.
Well, she did.
Mhm.
So what happened? You ran into her, and she said, "Hey, you want to go back to my place?"
Well, we were making out, and I guess.
Well, how did you all of a sudden start making? Wait a second.
Did you dance or something?
How'd you start making out?
Well, when we were like drinking Budweiser or whatever, in the living room.
Budweiser will make you gay.
On the couch, and I like kissing, and I guess she did as well.
Well, how do you know that?
Yeah. How do you make that leap?
I guess we were open about our sexuality. This is college, You find yourself.
It wasn't the college I went.
Yeah, I went to college. No one was open.
Well, that's not important.
All right, you know what?
What?
You're not turning me on.
Oh.
You don't know how to tell a good lesbian story. You're just like too chattery. You're like this is you on the phone. This is you telling a lesbian story. I don't know what we were married, and we started kissing, and
it wasn't really my big first.
It wasn't my big first. You're all over the. You don't know how to answer my questions, and I don't know. You just.
Well, that was not. That was.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
That was my first experience, and I.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Why
don't you just come down here so we can see you?
Turned on by her.
Why don't you come down here and tell me about your lesbian experience?
Okay, I will tell you my other two in Seattle were.
And then by the time you get in here, I might have my laughing stock.
When is that coming? How long does it take to make one?
I don't know. It's supposed to be here any day.
That I would be laughing. Yeah, I must say.
She's annoying. She doesn't even listen.
She doesn't even know what you're talking about.
I know.
She thinks she's going to be a laughing stock.
I know. And
I hear you. The heater's on really loud.
Yeah. Well, call next time you call.
Did you say I was a laughing stock?
No.
I could come down and be laughing stock?
No. I was gonna put you in bondage and tickle you.
Oh, when I wrote you, I asked if I could rub your feet if you would tickle mine.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you paid Belinda Carlisle $150 to tickle her feet.
Well, look, maybe I don't want that brought up. Maybe I'm embarrassed about that too.
He's got these strange little things he likes to do.
She wouldn't do it otherwise.
Well, why would you buy? I mean, that's so dumb. No,
well, you're not a guy, okay? So maybe you don't know what that's all about.
36. She's in People magazine right now.
Yeah, good.
See?
All right, listen, I gotta go. Okay, why don't you? I'll put you on hold. If you really want to come down here, I'll have Gary arrange it.
You will.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, I was thinking. Well, I told you about.
You better be good looking because you're real annoying.
Can't take you on the phone.
Yeah, you have a horrible personality. You have the worst personality.
I can't believe you.
I know.
Say that.
I'm telling you, you do.
Oh, phew, the heater's off. I could hardly hear you.
I can't believe you.
Oh, shut up. Howard.
Howard.
I'm the only person around here who respects you. I hold you in such high esteem.
No, I'm just telling you, if you trust me, I'm telling you.
Your book is so funny.
What?
Your book is really funny.
Oh, thanks. No, listen, I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
You have a bad personality.
Oh, thanks.
It's not your fault. It was the way you were raised.
He's not telling you that to hurt you.
Yeah.
I'm just really tired.
It's just that nobody. I know. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're putting your worst foot forward. You know what you do? Why don't you come down here and let me look you over and see the whole package?
And make sure to get some sleep that night.
Yeah, and get a lot of sleep. Because you sound.
I can't believe I'm on the air. I'm really surprised.
See, this is what thank God women have vaginas because guys would have nothing to do with it.
I'm wondering. Are you on something?
Are you on drugs?
No, I'm not. I wish I were.
You should say you were, because then we would understand.
I thought that was...
When someone tells you have a bad personality, say you're on drugs.
Yeah, make an excuse.
Well,
why don't you hang out with some people and learn to talk normal?
When you said the thing about smoking pot in high school, you said, sounds like it was really fun, but actually it wasn't.
You know what? Maybe you're right. She's never had a partner to talk back to.
I know.
No, I...
You know, with your personality, you better have 2 vaginas. I'm serious. I'm serious. You don't like. Have you ever talked to people? Maybe you should get out of the house and start interacting with people.
I try.
And what do they do? Do they leave the room?
In a cultural cesspool right now.
No, I'm telling you, you don't have a good personality. It's hard to talk to you.
Well, I take that criticism from you as like the ultimate therapy. I mean, because I trust your opinion.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a weird personality you have.
Okay, yeah, I am strange.
So you must be good looking.
She knows she's strange.
Robin.
No, you just said it.
All right, why don't you come down here?
I will say that. I will admit it.
All right, I'll get into some tickling and stuff with you, because maybe you're good looking, and that'll...
Can you gag her?
You know, sometimes we have really good looking women...
No, I'm slightly offended, because I really respect you,
no,
Robin.
I didn't mean that.
And I really respect John's journalistic style. That's how twisted I am. I really thought that was his question.
Wow. What a bore.
We're funny when he...
What a bore.
Well,
she just takes off and you can't stop. She never stops talking.
I know. And she mumbles off the last...
I can't believe that the press got that mad at him.
What's your mumble?
Better be gorgeous.
She doesn't even...
She doesn't finish her sentences.
No, let me tell her that. You don't finish your sentences.
Yeah, that's because I'm kind of nervous. I mean, I'm talking to one of my favorite idols. I have so many things to thank you for, like Pataki. I would have never voted Republican. And although I didn't because I don't live in New York, I respected the way that you represented him.
Oh, man.
Remember?
Why don't you come down here so I can meet you?
Okay.
All right.
I would love to.
All right.
And also, I want to say hi to Allison. Tell her. Did you guys see 9 Inch Nails then?
No, we didn't go. We're going to go. Listen, why don't you just come down here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm on the next train. I have to take a train there.
All right. I'll put you on hold and Gary will arrange it.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Wear something cute.
I will.
Oh. You know, guys sometimes write me and they go, oh, when you have these girls on, it really is annoying. And I go, why? They're so good looking. Well, who cares what they sound? And I realize you can't see them. You got to see them.
You're on a date with her and just you hang yourself.
Didn't she start out really sexy?
Unbelievable.
And then
yeah, but that was before she was on the phone.
Yeah, and then it got ruined.
She was looking for the phone.
It's hard to carry on a conversation with a girl like that.
We started kissing, and I think she had a dress, but I don't know. And
yeah, it's oh come on, get a grip. Yeah.
I was wearing desert boots.
Yeah, sort of. I don't know. You're probably not into those things, but I can't believe I'm talking to my idol.
I was gonna I can't believe it, Pataki, but I would have voted for him, but then I couldn't because I'm here in Pottstown, and
shut up.
She was talking about anything besides lesbianism or being naked.
It was boring.
Zone.
Yeah, I got to see what she looks like.
Everyone is so stupid.
Yeah, everyone here is so stupid. Did you hear that one?
Cultural wasteland.
Yeah, I got news for you. Everyone there in Pottstown is probably sick of her.
I think they chased her out of Seattle.
Chased her out of Seattle.
It's not allowed.
Isn't she in that new movie, Dumb and Dumber?
It's a life story.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
We're back with Cable Ace Award nominee.
Oh, I forgot.
Yes, I'm up for the Cable Ace Award, Rob.
Right.
My shining achievement. Fran Shea from the E! Network says, you must come out to the Cable Ace Awards to, I said, Fran, I'm not going unless I know ahead of time that I'm winning.
You're not going to stand there and smile.
Yeah.
They do that thing. I've never actually watched the Ace Awards.
No one
has. They do the thing where when you're in the audience, they make that square and they show all the nominees.
I suppose they do.
You see the faces, the expressions of the losers.
I said to Fran, you find out if I'm winning, and then maybe I'll show up because maybe someone will finally watch those stupid shows. And she goes, I'm working on it.
You're not going to stand there and applaud when someone else's name is called.
I'm going to go all the way out there to watch, Larry King win an award?
How come Mariah Carey knew she was going to win all those Billboard awards?
Exactly. They tell her.
All those things.
Yeah, they tell them ahead of time.
Well, Billboard is pretty easy, don't you think? It has to do with record sales and radio airplay.
Yeah, and, Billboard admits they tell everyone ahead of time.
Sure, but, it's already known stuff, isn't it?
Right. Say, why don't we get Stuttering John in here? But we were just talking about our favorite Stuttering John moments.
Yeah.
What was the one you were saying? That was pretty funny.
John asked Liz Smith, why are you such a big fat pig?
Well, it was funny because...
I thought that was cruel.
No, it was funny because what happened, the way that came about was, we never wrote that question for John. Dice was in here, Andrew Dice Clay. And we were in a commercial break, and John comes in, he's like, what should I ask, what should I ask Liz Smith? Mm-hmm. So Dice goes, hey, why don't you ask her how come she's such a big fat pig?
Now that's funny.
So John writes it down and goes out and says, how come you're such a big fat pig?
Because I remember that interview. Liz was being very nice, and she was very hurt.
Yeah.
When he said that.
Although my other favorite question was, of the 1 billion hamburgers served by McDonald's, how many are you responsible for?
What was the other one we were talking about, the favorite Stuttering John moment? We were just talking about 2 seconds ago, beside the Liz Smith.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
We're talking about how somebody else asked somebody why they're such a fat pig.
No, it wasn't that. Jackie or somebody brought it up.
What were we just talking about?
Yeah, you guys are like... You guys are.
I remembered my...
No, you didn't. Not really.
Yes, I did.
You didn't tell it good. You were like...
I didn't tell it at all. You told it.
Yeah, because you screwed it up. You're not a good storyteller. What'd you do? Charlton Heston?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
Heston, Heston, And it was very weird because I met him the night before, and I was like, hey,
where did you meet him?
At that show last call, and I was like, hey, because he was on the same show as me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I was like, hey, man, how you doing? And he's like, I'm like, hey, I'm a big fan of yours, and he goes, oh, thank you.
He had no idea who you were.
No, and then the next day I got to wear the fake mustache and go get him, And I haven't seen a guy so pissed since like Ted Williams.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew he had no sense of humor, Charlton Heston. He can't lighten up for 2 seconds. And the guy's he was never even a good actor. He was in Planet of the Apes.
He happened to be a lucky man.
Yeah. He played Moses, but anybody could do that.
Yeah, he got into some great films, that had great directors, and it didn't really require great acting.
I could be Moses, because you could be that big beard and those funny shoes.
It was all special effects.
Yeah.
I will part the sea.
Behold.
Behold. You must go to the promised land. God told me I will go up on the mountain.
He was up there on the mountain.
Yeah.
It was Edward G. Robinson who stole the film.
Yeah, see? And who did Edward G. play?
He played the little guy who made the fatted calf.
Yeah, I'm going to make a fatted calf, see? I don't see Moses, see? Where's Moses, see?
Where's a calf?
Yeah, we're going to make a fatted calf. I'm afraid of that, see?
Who have you built this idol to?
Yeah, get up back on your mountain, Moses. What were we supposed to do, see? We were waiting and waiting for you, see? And then your God abandoned us, see? And we started praying to the fatted calf.
You prayed to the fatted calf?
Yeah, see? We're taking over, see?
Well, then I'm going to break my tablet.
I will smash these tablets.
What?
Yeah, go ahead and try it.
No, Sam. Yeah, fatted calf. Yeah, where's your God? At least we have something we can see.
God spoketh to me and said, do not pray unto these idols.
Shut up, guy, see?
You guinea bastard.
Man, who you calling a guinea, Moses? I'm a Jew, just as much as you are. See? You know what's the matter? You say you never heard a Jew speak like this? Yeah, see?
You look so silly, man.
What?
In that sheet, you just expect him to have a cigar anyway.
He looks so wrong for that film.
Yeah. We're getting sick and tired of waiting for you up there on that mountain, see? You're getting all the fun, see? So I formed my own religion. It's called the fatted calf, see? And we pray to him, and he answers us, and we get good stuff, see? Now eat me.
And eat you I will. My God is better than yours. My God is the only God. And if you pray to this fatted calf, our God will abandon us.
Well, that's what you say, see?
Why is your hair white?
Hey, what happened to you up on that mountain? What's the matter? God took your hair and put that squirrel on your head?
Don't bring up my toupee.
Yeah, well, it looks like God played a cruel trick on you. I got all my own hair. You got a squirrel.
Looks like a hairy tablet.
Yeah, why don't we pray to your wig? See? Yeah. Yeah, see, I'll pray to your wig, and then we'll be all right. Yeah. See?
My fatted calf has better hair.
We had cool hair questions for him, too, but I even crossed them off because I knew Charlton Heston would be a hard-on, you know, and he would just, like, not even, you know.
He wouldn't get the joke at all.
That's why the first question I thought was, like, nothing. I thought it would just go right by.
Yeah.
You only got one question?
Yeah, that's all it took.
Yeah, I'll read you the rest of the questions we had, but here he is, Charlton Heston and Stuttering John. Now, where were you? Outside where?
Outside NBC.
Okay. Here you go. Everybody ready?
All right.
Here we go. Charlton Heston. Pharaoh.
Let my people go.
Charlton, can I ask you a question from WXOK Radio? Charlton? Question from WXOK Radio? Go ahead.
No.
Do you think...
What is she already? No?
Oh, yeah, because...
They're trying to save you off.
Go ahead.
This is the same place I got Chevy Chase, so now they're like...
Yeah, but here's the guy. I don't think anybody asks him questions anymore. They should be thrilled that he has someone asking him a question.
And you got to call him Charlton?
Well, all the autograph seekers that were around were very angry I was there because Charlton doesn't like to be photographed.
Yeah, and what is Charlton? What is that name, Charlton?
Charlton?
Charlton.
Yeah, Charlton, say.
Yeah, what kind of name is
at least my name's Edward. Moses is a better name. Moses.
Charlton.
Yeah.
Is that like Charles?
Do you call him Charlie, or you got to go with the whole Charlton?
I don't think there's another Charlton on the planet. That's going to be my prodigy ID now. Charlton. Who's Charlton?
I don't know, but...
Don't you feel stupid saying that? Charlton. Hey, Charlton. Charlton. Charlton.
But so all the autograph seekers are running to him because they know that Charlton doesn't want to be photographed, so they want to get the autographs before he just gets so pissed off he leaves.
All right, let me hear.
You can't photograph.
No, he doesn't want to be photographed outside of the studio.
Have you seen him? And that young man's hair, he's got 12-year-old hair.
And he walks like he's got a load in his pants.
Yeah, I know. I saw that on Saturday Night Live.
He's got like that
spare toupee.
You know what else about him? He's got that thing happening.
He might have a load in his pants.
Where he almost looks like when he smiles, his whole face is going to retract.
Yeah.
And his teeth come out.
Well, I saw him on Saturday Night Live, like he's like pigeon-kneed or something.
Yeah.
He's got his knees like this, he's like a duck.
What is that?
Like a duck.
I never noticed that.
If you saw it, Robert, you'd realize
I have to see it. I saw it on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, man.
I didn't think anyone else
I noticed it.
would have noticed it.
Oh, yeah, it's very noticeable. He's like shaking his ass.
But I'm like, look at him. What happened to the guy who was on Planet of the Apes? You know?
Turned into an ape.
It also seems like he's got one of those toupees that's allergic to his head.
Yeah.
Because the hair's always sticking out.
Yeah. It's sort of like says, I don't want to be on your head. I wasn't born a squirrel to be on your head.
Get a cap.
All right, let's hear this.
Ronald Reagan remembers...
Whoa. Here we go.
Walton? From WXOK Radio? Go ahead.
No.
Do you think Ronald Reagan remembers who you are?
Beg your pardon, sir. Could you please?
Why?
He's not doing anything.
What's that? That's outrageous. Jesus. What? Oh, what? Outrageous. Why? It's just a problem.
Get away! Who are you with? Who are you with? We're to scare us. We'll call the cops right now.
She just screamed at me like a witch. Are you kidding me?
Hey, somebody else?
How you doing, buddy? Take care, Charlton.
Who was that screaming?
What happened was...
I thought that was Jack.
No. Charlton grabbed the mic and rammed it down. So he held it like 3 feet down on the ground.
Yeah.
So that's why you hear old mufflers like, you're outrageous. And then he pushed me.
Really?
And then these two little like Siamese twin publicists came up to me and one went, yeah, and started screaming at me.
Really?
That's what you hear. She goes, yeah. Like she had like an anxiety attack right in front of me.
Get away! Get away!
But she didn't even do that. She just went, yeah. Listen.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like unhuman. What she's doing. Sounds sounds like The Omen.
I hear him. He's like, get away.
You're outrageous.
Well, yeah,
He actually pushed me, Howard. I mean, like, really?
Really?
Yeah. Like,
you were in your rights to sock him back, you know. Imagine you beat up Charlton Heston like a 900-year-old man.
His face would have cracked.
Yeah.
Why?
He's not doing anything.
What's that?
That's outrageous, baby. Jesus, what?
Tell me what? Why? It's just a problem.
Get away! Where was that? What did you do your whip?
Wait a second. Wait, don't make a sound during it. That wasn't you at all, was it?
No. That's that woman on the tape.
See, now I think she screams at me and I do it back to her. Like,
Wait, all right, let me hear this.
That's outrageous, baby. Jesus, what?
Tell me what? Why? It's just a problem.
Get away! Who are you with?
Now, wait a second. Wait a second.
That was me.
John?
That was me.
Both times?
No, she went, get away! And then I went, yeah!
Oh.
but
So he did the scream?
So who did the scream? You?
Yeah, because she did it to me.
Oh.
And who did the second one? You?
Yeah, I think so.
Or was that Charlton?
That's all you?
Both of those are you?
I think so, because I think she screamed at me. But if you see it on camera, she goes, don't let me, just like gets me in front of me and goes, no way! You know, and then I just went, you know, yeah.
Let me see, what else? Listen to this one. During the chariot races in Ben-Hur, did any of those horses' duty ever fly up from the track and hit you in the head?
Outrageous question. Outrageous.
You are such a staunch Republican. Are you proud of the way that Newt Gingrich dumped his first wife? Then, I wanted to ask a hair question, but I didn't want to. I had to veil it. You know, I didn't want to just say, hey, what kind of squirrel are you wearing on your head? So I'd be like, why didn't Yul Brynner ever wear a toupee?
Oh. Very funny.
Yeah.
But that, he would get mad at. I couldn't believe he got mad at this question.
Do you think OJ is guilty? What do you think should be done about the black crime problem? Do you think this guy, then he was going to hold up a picture of Gary, escaped from the Planet of the Apes? Here's a good one. Can you urinate in front of another person?
Sort of out of left field.
If you made the movie Moses Visits the Planet of the Apes, would you play two parts?
You know what?
What?
I don't think you said one question that wouldn't have pissed them off.
I know. Did people curse on the set of the Ten Commandments?
Outrageous.
What's the biggest miracle, the burning bush or Roseanne finding someone else to marry her?
Oh.
But the whole time that you hear that muffle, was him holding the mic. You know, that's why it's all like, as an audible.
All right, so are you.
No, seriously. No. How long it is that it's muffled? The whole time he's holding my hand down, so I couldn't raise the mic. He's a pretty strong guy.
All right, I'm going to watch it on the E! channel. Yeah. That's going to be a good show, because we got that videotape.
I want to see the screaming episode.
Yeah, me too. Cool.
Get away! Get away! Get away!
Hi.
Get away! Get away!
Hey, Mo! Get away from there! Why, you?
Get out of here!
Hey, Larry! What's the matter with you?
Hey, Larry!
Hey, I just peed on my shoe.
Get away! Get away!
All right, we got to take a break. And then we'll be back with more stuff right after this. Hey, by the way, on our phone is Mike Walker, who's an old friend of the show. He's the dude from the Inquirer who, to me, is the hardest working reporter in the world.
I don't know how he manages to do everything that he does. Because the paper comes out every week, and it's full, and yet he's running around. How does he do all this?
He's Superman.
Incredible.
He's Mike Superwalker.
He wrote that Faye Resnick book in about a week.
Yeah, he doesn't dick around. Hey, speaking of books, hey, Mike, you know, Ronnie, the limo driver's wife, told me she went out to buy my paperback and couldn't find it in any stores.
Any?
Yeah, it's all sold out.
Oh.
Really?
I said, yeah, and I said, well, you know,
what's that all
this
about?
is the season to be merry. Fa la 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 la. Yeah, what's with Simon & Schuster? Get the book in the store.
Well, that's one of the big problems you always have with books. In this particular case, though, you know, once Judge Ito held the book up and said, please don't anybody, the book I wrote, said, please don't anybody read this, the publisher, a small publisher, Dove Books, was very smart, and he took a big gamble, and he said, just to give me 500,000 books and get them out there immediately.
Right.
That's the whole key. You know, the big book companies, sometimes they've got so many books, I think that they just don't, as they put it in the trade, don't lay them down. That's what they call it.
Yeah, well, they got to be on top of that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Judge Ito to hold up my book.
I would like
a big thing now.
Yeah, I'm going to pay him maybe. I'll send him some bucks.
I'm going to throw a little OJ information into mine, just hoping he'll do it.
Hey, Mike, you're always up. I see you're on Geraldo now all the time.
Yes, sir.
Geraldo does a show once a week where he has Mike on, and Mike just tells everything that's in the Inquirer, and Geraldo gets ratings.
He's very funny, though.
It's the new live Geraldo on Thursday.
Yes.
Something he tried last year. It worked so well. And it's just about gossip, whatever is happening that day. Or
so why don't you do that yourself? Why are you giving Geraldo all the ratings?
That's a good idea, Howard.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're... Let me get this straight. Why doesn't the National Enquirer take a guy like you? Just follow this. I was watching this the other day. I said, if Geraldo's getting high ratings where Mike sits there and tells everything he knows, why doesn't the National Enquirer, they got plenty of money, say, okay, we're going to have a half-hour TV show every day. We'll go up against Geraldo, and we'll tell every story that we have in the Inquirer.
You can have the reporters, you know, you do the whole thing.
Yeah.
This is, I think, an excellent idea, Howard, and if you could suggest someone who could put this together for us.
You're looking at him, me. I'll do it.
He's got a production company.
I got a production company.
Oh, you have your own production company?
Yeah, sure.
What, you don't know that,
Hey,
Mike?
I thought you were supposed to know stuff.
I didn't know you had your own production company.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll put it together for you.
This is a deal.
Okay, it'll be Howard Stern Presents the National Enquirer's Mike Walker.
I take it I'm off Geraldo, though, from this week on.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, don't give away all the
Fine
stuff
with me, Howard. I'm with you.
Hey, that Faye Resnick, the one that you wrote the book with?
Yes.
So, did you get her? Did you nail her?
The only person who wondered, who didn't actually say anything about my being in a safe house with Faye Resnick for 3 weeks, alone for 2 of those weeks, was my wife.
Let me tell you something. I would love...
How do you get your wife to agree to that?
I guess that's the reason we've been married so long. She's just used to... She doesn't even flinch.
Really?
After all these years of covering all these people, and you do meet glamorous women in this business. Of course, I'm totally faithful, Howard.
And what happens, like, when you come home, your wife goes, well, is Faye a good-looking woman? And you go, oh, no, she's a real pig.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, no.
And that whole time in that house, you never saw her in her underwear or a nightie?
I actually walked in once on Faye naked. There was a guest house.
Yeah?
Faye stayed. Now it can be told, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
And there's a guest house, and I always used to walk over. I was in the main house, and I'd always say, Faye, you know.
Yeah. Well, she has a guest house?
Sounded a little Jewish. Faye.
Yeah.
And I would walk over, and then I would knock.
Yeah.
And then I would open the door.
Right.
And then one morning I did all of those things, and I knocked, and I opened the door, and she was standing there, and she was holding something. Mm-hmm. And I will say, you know, like an article of clothing.
Yeah.
And she didn't even, like, really flinch or, you know, go, ooh.
Was she doing stuff to herself?
No.
Was she trying to entice you? Is that what you're saying?
No. She wasn't. Faye is a
How
very
her body looks.
self-possessed woman.
She's really hot. I mean, you know, those pictures of her.
She's a hot-looking woman.
Yeah, her and Nicole, like, on vacation and doing
they're
stuff.
all in perfect shape.
Like, all really good-looking girls just hanging out together.
Howard, I was stunned when I didn't get a call from you when Barbara Walters had the Cora Fishman on, that woman who was a friend of theirs.
Yeah.
Who said, yes, they had a lesbian affair, and you knew I was writing the book. I was stunned you didn't have me on immediately.
Well, you know, I don't like to bother you. I know you're in the middle of ruining people's lives.
We know what it's like to write a book.
I know you're in the middle of digging dirt on people and ruining their lives. But listen, Mike.
Yes, sir.
So this Faye Resnick, like when you're writing this book with her, like, is she sitting there with you, and, like, is she, like, wearing, like, just skimpy outfits?
Absolutely. She, well, not necessarily skimpy outfits, but she did wear a lot of sort of, you know, see-through type things. She's very ripped, Howard. She has terrific body. I'm sure you've noticed she has great muscle. She works out every day.
And would you get
desires and needs?
Right.
But of
so that's
course,
a yes. That's enough.
But
that's
I'm a total professional.
Did you rest your feet in her lap?
She does not have, however, the gluteus maximi that Robin has.
Right.
You know, that she does not have.
Who knows?
She's very lithe, and I'm not knocking Faye, but I'm just saying she's not. I like a woman with, you know.
Whose life you want to ruin today? What's coming up in the Inquirer?
An incredible thing, by the way, in the OJ case. I know you're always on top of that.
Mike's got cool stuff.
You know, he's become such an authority now on OJ.
Well, I'll tell you something. The New York Times said
Absolutely.
that the National Enquirer has covered the OJ story better than anybody.
But what I'm saying is Mike's demeanor has changed.
Yeah,
he used to not take himself so seriously.
Now Mike's like a real reporter.
Yeah.
Well, it's very funny.
Like, Mike's almost legitimate.
I don't want to ever get too, how shall I put it, too respectable. But can you imagine opening up the New York Times, no warning, and the headline says, The Inquirer, required reading in Simpson case. In a story made for tabloids, one paper has had a profound impact on the case. And then they go ahead and say we have the most accurate, aggressive reporting.
Oh, he's got the article actually there.
He's got the article.
Yeah, look, this is his final vindication. Yeah, I'm looking at these pictures of Faye Resnick in the book. Man, I'd love to hop on top of that action.
Well, when Faye gets back from out of the country where she is now, I think you should have Faye on. I think you would be the one person who could interview Faye Resnick fairly.
Why
the rest
does
of the
she feel
press,
she's in danger?
Yeah, she still believes she is. I don't think she's in, but she believes she is, and she's terrified. A lot of OJ's friends, when this thing went down, she described.
You actually wrote the whole book, though. I mean, she can't write a word, right?
She sat there and watched.
She watched you write, right? Like you sat in the pool house and wrote the whole damn book while she sat there and offered you coffee, right?
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on.
What did she write?
Hey, Mike, why don't you come clean on this? You know what? I'm gonna. You know what? If you bring Faye in here, I'm gonna give her a spelling test. I'm gonna see if she can spell the words in her book.
I think you would be the only one who could interview Faye the right way, Howard.
Would be me.
I really do. But, more and more things are coming out that shows that the book was absolutely true.
I have to make a producer's decision here.
Yeah.
I'm interrupting the Mike Walker phone call.
Yeah.
We're going to call him back in a few minutes because I have on our phone right now the guy who tried to jump off the bridge.
Yeah.
And he cannot call back. I cannot put him through on any other line.
Oh, good.
Mike, you understand this.
I understand.
Mike, just hang in there. We'll call you right back. We'll call you right back.
Okay.
Okay. Poor Mike. Bump for a guy who's trying to kill himself.
There.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, who wants to talk to Mike anyway? No, Mike's funny. Once he starts, he'll tell you what he's going to write in the Inquirer.
Yeah.
And just see, he'll just ruin everyone's life. It's great. Oh, here he is. Dude.
Yeah, what's up, Howard?
Hey, it's you. Emilio.
How's it going?
Hola, mis avios de pesca la cocina?
Shut up.
We didn't know you were Hispanic when we were talking to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have saved you.
I found it.
Hey, dude, man, first of all, let me thank you for making me a hero.
I heard all about it.
Anybody thinking of killing themselves or going out, or if you've committed a major crime.
Call you, right?
What?
To call you, right?
Bring a cellular phone.
Let me ask you something. Are you happy I saved your life?
Yeah, what better person than you to do this?
Where are you now? Are you in a hospital?
I can't really announce it. I shouldn't even be on the phone with you.
Oh, but are you in a hospital?
Wow.
Are you like are you being held somewhere?
I'll let your imagination take over on that.
You mean they haven't released you yet?
Well, I'm on a payphone. That much you know.
Oh, all right. So wait a second. Let me get this straight. So, people have questioned whether or not you were really going to kill yourself. You were going to kill yourself, right?
I can't really talk too much about it. I just wanted to thank you for now. I'll be out of here in a few.
Yeah, the other inmates are standing
Oh,
around.
I see what you're saying.
No.
Hey, if you need a lawyer, Dominic Barber said he'd represent you for free.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
because didn't you get caught with a little coke in your pocket?
Yeah, I did.
What was that all about?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
People think, but I know I got to get out of here. I'll be out of here in a few.
Yeah.
You're all right. You're feeling good?
Yeah, I'm great.
Do you still feel like killing yourself?
No.
No?
Please deposit 5 cents for the next 5 minutes.
Hey, man, dude.
What's up?
So you got to get in touch with your wife and kid?
Yeah, I've been in touch. Everything is cool, but I got to stay down low. You know what I'm saying? I can't really. But I'll be out of here like today or tomorrow. I guess I'll talk with you then. I just wanted to thank you for now.
Right.
I can't stay on the phone because they're waiting for me. They're watching. I shouldn't even be calling outdoors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
All right. When you get out, come down here so we can find out more about you.
Well, I'll call you first because I'm busy. I got a lot of stuff to do once I get out of here.
Here's a guy who wasn't even going to be here.
Now he's busy. He's too busy to come in here. This guy was going to be dead, and now he's going to be too busy.
All this going to be left undone.
Yeah. Hello?
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. Let me get Mike back on.
Well, he thanks you, Howard.
It's so funny when you have a guy like whispering while 18 million people are listening. You know, it's like what are you whispering for? The whole world is hearing.
Look, man, I can't talk.
Mike, just some guy's life I saved.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That was a great story, by the way.
Is that going to be in the Inquirer?
What? Well, I don't think so. I mean, it was picked up everywhere. We're weekly.
Not dirty enough.
But you know, I did it instantly on my show. I was doing it on my. You know, I have a radio show now.
Right.
Doing gossip on Westwood, and I was doing it while you were doing it.
Oh, really?
I was doing it on my show, yeah, because my producer said, wow, Howard's saving some guy's life. So I said, well, start feeding it into my headphones, you know.
Wow.
I was down in the Inquirer newsroom, and I was doing it over the air while you were doing it.
All right, so let's ruin somebody's life. Let's hear what
Well, look, the most exciting thing is this. The front page on tomorrow's Inquirer, OJ Simpson has finally cracked. He's told his lawyers he's going to agree to plead guilty if he can escape a long prison sentence. Now, I predicted this on the Geraldo show months ago. I said it will be a plea bargain. There are secret negotiations going on now. The prosecutors want him to serve more than 10 years.
Right.
But OJ's attorneys are fighting very hard for a sentence of only 4 years. Now, remember...
4 years seems
for
hardly...
murder?
Yeah, for murdering 2 people seems ridiculous.
Well, that's not saying he's going to succeed.
Right.
But remember, Shapiro, the reason Shapiro's there is he's a plea bargain expert.
Right.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, if you remember, the Inquirer broke the news that the DNA test results were back and showed that Ron's blood and Nicole's blood were in the Bronco with all the other evidence.
Right.
They have. It's looking very bad for OJ. It's not like a couple of months ago where people were saying, well, the mafia did it,
right.
the drug dealers did it.
Yeah, OJ did it.
OJ did it.
We know OJ did it. The world knows OJ did it, but...
I don't know. There were some psychics on Sally the other day.
Oh, there you go. Hey, but let me say something. Although I was quite shocked to read that a lot of the jury is black, they must really believe in their case.
They
it's so
ironclad
case because black people will let anybody off. Yeah, they empathize with criminals in a lot of instances. A lot of black juries.
I think it will work the other way. I really do.
What do you mean?
I think that with so many black people on the jury, they're going to be very aware that people will be, watching to see how they act. I think they're going to be very fair. I think they can be.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, you two disagree on that one.
So, all right. So, Mike, you've maintained all along.
I heard something. CNN is reporting that OJ's lawyers are now going to give up trying to challenge the DNA testing.
Yeah, because they know very well, and you know very well. You've watched what Ito has done here. There's no way he is going to just exclude it. They can argue it, etc. But there's no way he's just going to out of hand exclude it. All they're giving up, by the way, is having a hearing on excluding the whole thing.
Yeah, but that would have delayed the trial more. Now they say it'll probably start next month.
They'll still argue it and do all the things they're going to do, but they...
Too bad we can't publicly hang OJ. That would be cool. Why? Why is that disgusting? He deserves it. We should hang him.
I think we just need to be rid of him. That's all.
No, he needs to be hanged.
Well, if you remember the lady who sold her story to one of the Tab TV shows, who said that she saw OJ on the scene, they now have an extra corroborating witness so that she now can appear. In other words, before her testimony was seen to be discredited because of that. So that's another thing they have. And they have some other tricks up their sleeve. The prosecution has a very strong case now.
So not only was there blood everywhere, but OJ was seen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. OJ. Come on, listen, Mike, you don't have to say anymore. I have said from the beginning, OJ is guilty. Everyone knows he's guilty. To play any kind of other game is ridiculous.
Well, you can't have two houses separated a few minutes apart. A guy who batters his wife, blood leading from one house into his car, up to the other place, up the driveway, and into the house.
Yeah, he was framed.
I mean,
yeah, what is that?
Hard.
Yeah, somebody came and spread all that blood around.
And you know what? If somebody went to that much trouble framing him, I say let him go to jail. And I'm sure OJ's guilty of something.
Yeah, he made some bad enemies if they did that.
That's right. He's guilty of being with too many white women. How's that? For those guys living deep in the South. All right, Mike, what else is going on?
You know what's funny to me? That Marcus Allen, who is supposedly OJ's protege and had the affair with Nicole.
Yeah.
Did you see his wife?
No.
She looks just like Nicole.
Is that right? Who needs Nicole then?
Why would that OJ's protege did everything that OJ did?
Yeah, that's why he's a protege.
Indeed, these guys used to trade women. They were really quite a team.
Wow.
On and off the field.
Well, you want OJ as your mentor.
Hey, I would like to emulate OJ.
By the way, you know that, of course, you know about the guard who overheard the confession to Rosie Greer.
I was going to ask you about that. They say that one of or two of the guards at the jail heard OJ making incriminating statements to now what's being called his minister, Roosevelt Greer.
Reverend Roosevelt Greer.
Reverend Roosevelt. Now, as you know, or as you may not know, I don't know. Do you know that that's why Judge Ito went to the jailhouse?
Yeah.
Because there's a glass enclosure, but the glass doesn't go all the way to the ceiling.
So you could hear.
You could hear. He went to the jail to stand there himself to make sure that, you could reasonably overhear that.
If Roosevelt Greer knows that O.J. has confessed and doesn't say anything about it, I think Roosevelt... Here's Roosevelt Greer, who was there with Robert Kennedy and was worried about justice and worried about, murder in the streets. If Roosevelt Greer knows something, he should step forward, knock off that phony reverend crap.
Well, you know what he's trying to say, that as a minister, it's like being a psychologist or a doctor, there's some kind of privilege.
No. There's no privilege when it comes to somebody confessing murder.
I don't know how it...
Wasn't Rosie Greer... Hey, Mike, wasn't Rosie Greer one of the heads on The Man with Two Heads? I mean, is he really going to be taken seriously as a minister? Am I going to confess to him?
He's been a recognized minister for a long time, Howard.
Shouldn't we let Sirhan out in this case?
Or why don't we let Sirhan confess to Rosie Greer? All right, anyway.
I do have another story
Go ahead.
You'll find interesting.
Mike's got good stuff. He's got cool stuff.
Barbra Streisand, really furious. Because she had agreed to sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl in January, she got axed in favor of, get this, Kathy Lee Gifford.
Now, Howard, I gave you this story a few weeks ago, and you said you didn't think it could possibly be true.
I did. Robin told me about this.
Is that right? Well,
How did
Robin,
you know about it?
Right on top of it.
I don't know.
What happened was...
Robin made it up. Go ahead.
The NFL officials had asked Barbara to do the honors, right? So they were thrilled because she shocks them. She says, yeah, okay, I'll do it.
Right.
But then along comes Paul Tagliabue, who is the NFL commissioner, and he says, wait a minute, I had a prior private agreement with my old buddy Frank Gifford, and I said that his wife, Kathy Lee, could do it. Now, the best part of this is when Barbara's agent broke the news that Kathy Lee Gifford had gotten the gig, Barbara responded, Kathy Lee who?
She didn't even know who it was. Well, you mean they could have had Barbra Streisand, one of the greatest singers in the world, sing it, but now we have Kathy Lee Gifford.
Now we have Kathy Lee.
Because she's connected to Frank Gifford.
Mm-hmm.
Super.
That's how it works, Howard.
Well, Mike, thank you so much for the scoops. Anything else? Did I miss anything?
Yeah, LaToya Jackson and Mike Tyson.
That's right.
What was this?
LaToya Jackson and Mike Tyson. It looks like these two are going to get married.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking.
What you talking about?
Listen to me.
Yes.
LaToya is visiting Mike in jail, okay? And if you don't believe me, just wait a minute. She's visited him a half a dozen times. They talk every day on the phone. Tyson's telling his friends he's going to marry her. Now, get this. Even Geraldo didn't believe me. He got Jack Gordon on the phone on his show the other day. Jack told me, quote, he confirmed the prison visit, and he told me, quote, it certainly looks like LaToya and Mike have something going. This could be the love match of the century. And Geraldo says, I don't believe this. He got Jack Gordon on the phone. Jack not only confirmed my item, when Geraldo said, why are you doing this? You know what Gordon said? I love this guy. He said, yeah? You ever heard of somebody suddenly coming into one half of Mike Tyson's management contract? So he's selling LaToya out, apparently.
Well, hey,
but wait a minute.
If Mike Tyson wants my wife,
you'll take
I'll do
half
it.
of
Yeah.
the management contract too.
I heard Jack Gordon might marry Don King if those two ever link up.
And then you'll get the whole thing.
Then they get the whole thing. They'll have all the contracts.
But what about LaToya seeming to be imprisoned by Jack Gordon?
Well, that's the thing. I think he's letting her out now because that was brought up on the show. He's letting her out just for these jailhouse visits, apparently.
Isn't that slavery? Having black women do whatever you want?
And selling them off to other bidders?
So that's pretty interesting. I could also call LaToya and find out if that's true.
We haven't talked to LaToya.
One more OJ thing, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead.
You notice it came out, I don't know if you saw this, but in my book, I had exclusively that right after the funeral, Al Collins and OJ Simpson changed clothes so that OJ could escape from the press and everybody.
Right.
Oh, so they've done this before.
This has now come out. That was now confirmed. This is something these guys used to do constantly. Whenever OJ got in trouble, Al Collins would dress up like him and draw people away from OJ. This is a constant thing they did. So
let me ask you something. Why didn't the prosecution go after A.C. Cowlings and say, hey, he was aiding and abetting, trying to get OJ out of the country? Why? I guess they didn't care.
Because at the time, Howard, if you remember back a couple of months ago, the pro-OJ sentiment was so strong, and the prosecution was reeling from the. Well, first of all, why didn't they ask for the death sentence? I mean, that was an outrageous decision that was contested by many people in the legal community. They just didn't want to be seen as, being too aggressive in this case.
Yeah.
It was a political thing.
Well, I'll tell you something. Listen, I don't know if A.C. Cowlings was aiding or abetting or not, but it certainly could have had the appearance.
You have a whole grand jury. Nothing came out of it?
Nothing. No. What is it, Fafa Folai?
He's got one or two more good stories, but one in particular I think he might have missed. Why Richard Gere dumped Cindy Crawford.
Oh, let me hear this.
I love this. The reason that Richard was told to end his crumbling marriage by the Dalai Lama, his Buddhist guru, who told him, free your spirit and let your wife's spirit go free also. It is the only way you'll find peace. Now, one of the reasons for this is, Richard Gere trekked to
Sri Lanka.
Yeah, to see the Dalai Lama a year or so ago. And he has great respect for the holy man. Well, the thing was that Cindy used to make jokes about the Dalai Lama. One time, they're in New York, and Gere's talking very seriously about the Dalai Lama.
And she said, hey, hello, Dalai.
She says, does he design in L.A. or New York? And Richard got really angry. She used to make jokes like this.
Yeah, he's got a real sense of humor, that guy.
And he said that Cindy, all she had was beauty, no brains. So he went,
so what?
He went to the Dalai Lama.
He didn't know this
said,
before he married.
Yeah, right. So he went to the Dalai Lama. Is that how you say it, Dalai?
I thought it was Dolly.
Dalai.
Dolly.
No, Dalai.
No, it's Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama?
Yeah. That's why you go, hello, Dolly.
Hello, Dolly.
It's Dalai Lama. Mike, where you been? Go ahead.
One last thing.
Yeah.
Frasier.
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, yeah.
We've gone a little further. You remember he has denied sex, right?
Right.
And the Inquirer had the exclusive interview with his brother who said he told me he had sex with the girl.
Right.
Well, now, of course, this investigation is now heating up. And in the police report, which we have a copy of, he has now gone a little further. He has now hugged and kissed her, but never had sex.
Oh.
But have you heard those tapes that he made?
I haven't heard them. Some people on our paper have heard them.
What did he say to the girl?
Well, just very heavy, like, oh, baby, ooh, when I get you, oh, that body.
Oh, man, I got to get those. Can you get me a copy of that tape? Can you sneak that out? I'll owe you, man. I got to hear it.
See what we can do, Howard.
Oh, baby. You listen to some, underage girl.
Yeah, well, he, Kelsey is...
How angry is Kelsey at his half-brother for, like...
Very angry, but...
That's cool.
Do you know what he should be angry at, though? When we interviewed his girlfriend, she admitted to the tapes, but she let something else slip that nobody knew about. He also wrote, apparently, heavily suggestive letters to her also.
No.
Yeah, well, so she's doing the interview, and she suddenly lets that slip out. So.
I don't know. If I was a big star and I had an underage girlfriend, I don't think I'd write her.
Why?
I wouldn't want any evidence.
Did this teenage girl tape him?
What she did was she had her own answering machine in her bedroom. So he would leave these messages on the tape. But I think he expected her to erase them.
Right,
She was saving them in her closet.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Mama came in one
That's like
day.
Ralph does to me. I call him on the answering machine, and he saves every one of my messages.
So don't say anything.
Oh, Ralph.
Hey, baby, when I get you.
Hey, Barry. Oh, good stuff, man.
Well, thank you, Howard.
I guess Frasier is trying to go down in history with Woody Allen and maybe Seinfeld with his girlfriend.
It is an amazing thing that these guys just cannot stay out of trouble.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? When you can have everything in life that you want,
you have to.
Sometimes you have to go into that taboo
But they
area.
have a role model, Howard. They have a role model in you. Look at you, the perfect family man. Gossip proof.
And God forbid I should ever stray. I know you'll be right there.
Be right there. He'll be on you.
Hey, Mike, make a deal with me. If I should ever fall into the wrong hands and accidentally go berserk, just keep it quiet, all right?
Why don't you just help him?
Is there no such thing as a friend?
We'll see what we can do. But remember, both you and Robin are overdue. I'm looking at my notes from our last meeting. I made the offer for the cheesecake photo on my page. Robin has not taken me up on this yet.
Yeah.
Nor have you.
No, I have
he
not.
wants the cheesecake.
Remember, you must pose in skimpy clothing.
My ass looks like cheesecake.
I'd love to see Howard in a little negligee.
Well, anyway, there it is. The great Mike Walker, who continues to get rave reviews from the New York Times.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right,
and
take care. Well, that's all right. You can call Robin a gentleman. It's all right.
I accept that
That's a big secret. But good luck with your Nicole Brown Simpson book, which is still on the bestseller list?
Still on the bestseller list. Isn't it incredible? Went to #1. I can't believe it.
You beat the Pope.
Isn't that incredible? 3.5 weeks it took me to write.
Absolutely. 3.5 weeks is all it should take.
You put me to shame.
That's right.
Yeah.
You
right.
put me to shame.
All right, Mike.
All right.
Take
Thanks
care.
a lot, Howard.
Mike Walker.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I should stay on that guy's good side because, like, one day when I do screw up, Mike, I had sex with a giraffe, and I think someone's going to be calling it into your favor.
You know what I think that would happen? You'd be one of his reporters.
Yeah.
You'd be on the phone calling him with dirt on everyone else.
He'd be like,
Okay, Howard, I have something on you. I know about the donkey. So what you're going to do for me now is whenever someone comes into your studio and you hear anything that they tell you in confidence, you will call me.
That's right.
Okay?
Okay, Mike. I'll do it. I'll do it.
That's the way it'll be.
That's the way it's got to be. That's the way it's got to be. Anything. What is it?
You know, I feel a little foolish because I talked to him over the weekend. He was running some of these stories by me, and when he was talking about the Dalai Lama, I was going to correct him, and I said, hey, maybe I don't know something. I feel like an idiot.
Yeah, no, he's definitely out to lunch on that one. It's the Dalai Lama.
That's what I thought.
I've never heard Dalai.
Well, he's been locked up in a room with Faye Resnick.
That's how she says it.
The Dalai Lama.
And Faye's a writer.
Cindy Crawford. I wouldn't care if she made fun of God, a bozo, anybody.
But see, you don't have a guru. You
Yeah.
listen to your guru.
Yeah, right. The guru.
Cindy bad.
Yeah, I'm not dumping Cindy, guru. That's where I draw the line.
You couldn't be a religious man.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do, Dolly. I'm going to go out and buy earplugs for $1.99 and have sex with the most gorgeous woman on the planet. Yeah, I don't have to listen to her. I just want to look at her. God, I couldn't get tired of that, no matter how dumb as a wall she is. And believe me, she's dumb as a wall. I'd love to get her in here and give her a test.
Those are pretty good jokes she was telling.
Yeah, those are actually I kind of dig what she was doing. Breaking his balls.
I like that.
Working in some modeling humor. So I'd buy her a tutor.
What, was he having intellectual conversations? I'm sure he's splitting at him in his spare time.
Yeah, he's so smart. Yeah.
He's running around after a guy in a dress.
He's a dick. He's a dick.
If he's God, why is he wearing glasses?
Right. God should be able to see. Good point. Don't say. Well, let's take a break. And we'll be back right after these words. I know you're going to do the news here, but I just had to bring this. Hey, first of all, Gorilla, can you go out and buy me some lunch? Because I'm starving. It hit me. It hit me, baby.
Suddenly.
Oofa, I need something to eat. What is it?
Gorilla's on another errand. He'll be back in about 15 minutes.
You think you can handle it?
I don't know where you usually get it from, but I will find out and do my best.
There you go. I don't like to interrupt your otherwise busy schedule, but...
No carrots, correct? The usual?
Right. No carrots, no cauliflower. I'll give you some money. I don't know. I give Gorilla like $100 a day, I think, for food.
And never get any change?
Maybe I do. I don't know. I don't keep track.
You got to start calling him Lunch Boy.
I call him Gunga Din. He hates that. I go, hey, Gunga Din, come here.
Aw.
You ought to get a... I hate to say this about the guy, but I just got a real... another day.
I don't think it's more than $12 or whatever it is. I don't know what it is.
That's expensive.
No, I don't
for
even
what
think
you're getting.
I don't know. I'm just making sure I have enough there. I know. I'm just getting a couple of rice and some steamed chicken.
A cup of rice and a little chicken.
I don't know. I think I paid for that kid's hair transplant. I don't know what he's got.
One more lunch and I can get a Chevy.
I know you're going to do the news here, Robin, but I just had to tell you, I was reading Us magazine.
Yes.
And I'm reading an article about this Ellen DeGeneres.
Right, the new star of Ellen.
Of Ellen? In other words, the female Jerry Seinfeld.
Right.
And she's like one of those Jay Leno types that, like, doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Uh-huh.
She'll even go out of her way. Like, she says she once did a joke about somebody and her parents. She was talking about her parents, and her parents kiddingly said that she was adopted because they didn't, you know.
Right.
Well, she got a letter from some woman who said, you know, I was sitting there watching you with my adopted daughter, and we both started crying, and, you know, like some wacko, you know. So she, like, tried to get a hold of the woman so she could apologize, and, you know, like, way too wacky.
Uh-huh.
So they say to her, you know, who do you admire? And, you know, the one person she could come up with in comedy. I think it was Letterman or something. You know, everybody kisses Dave's ass. They used to kiss Johnny's ass, but now they're afraid of Dave. She goes, in terms of comedians, I think that David Letterman is the funniest person on the planet. I really do. He really makes me laugh out loud, and not too many people do. So, you know, very nice. Okay. Letterman's certainly a funny guy. Not as funny as me, but funny in his own right. And they say, well, now, do you look down on anyone?
Uh-oh.
So, now, this is a girl who's afraid of offending anyone. Do you look down on anyone? Now, everyone, I've told you this before, everyone in show business, whenever they're asked that question, they want to be outrageous. They want to have a person that they can say, you know, they want an answer. And they're afraid to say, I'm telling you, they're afraid.
There are real people out there that they do look down on.
They're afraid to talk about OJ. They won't even mention Michael Jackson. No one will make fun of these people because they're in show business, and it's a kiss-ass business.
OJ could get out.
Yeah. So who do you look down on? They say to Ellen DeGeneres. Well, she wasn't generous to me. She goes, nobody in particular. I would... Who do you look down on? Nobody in particular. I would look down on anybody who would use their power for forces of evil.
Oh, now you're a superhero.
Yeah, right. Well, wait a second. She goes, now she wants to blurt my name out immediately, but let's look how she backs into it, and she's even afraid to piss me off. She goes, I would look down on anybody who would use their power for forces of evil. I believe in freedom of speech, definitely. But it's just so easy to make fun of minorities or other people. I mean, I certainly don't want to start a war with Howard Stern.
Oh.
He's somebody I would like to have on my side, and there are parts of him that I think are really smart, and he makes me laugh, but I find what he does sometimes really dangerous. I mean, he attacks everyone. He's like an equal opportunity guy.
That's bad.
Yeah. Well, everyone's got to be like her, completely, milquetoast.
Yeah, the opposite way.
Yeah, afraid of offending an adopted person.
No one.
Yeah. But it's because I'm so sensitive to other people's feelings. I always think, ooh, there's somebody out there. But then, he meditates, and he's been married for however many years, and he's been faithful to his wife, and that's a good guy.
Boy, she's arguing with herself over
Yeah, having a whole... Because she spends the whole article talking about how she doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but meanwhile...
Taking off on you. So then she had to pull back.
Yeah. She thinks, out of all the people that offend you in show business, the only name you can come up with is me. OJ doesn't offend you. Michael Jackson doesn't offend you.
And look at what she's saying. When she starts to say people who attack minorities, she immediately thinks you'll assume she's talking about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to get Howard Stern angry at me.
Yeah. Bring out those Inquirer articles on her.
Now.
Might as well ruin her life, too. Ellen DeGeneres. Generous to everyone except me. She was degenerous to me.
That's right. She lived up to her name where you are concerned.
Michael Landon leaves 6 families alone, and I'm a dick. I'm a dick because I might point out some of the truths in this world. That I might actually express an opinion other than what is commonly referred to as milquetoast. That I might actually say something that interests people. Michael Landon, he's a great guy. No one finds a bad word about a guy who leaves 16 families behind. But I'm a skunk.
Kelsey Grammer, even.
Oh, Ellen DeGeneres. Is there anyone you look down on? Let me see. Let me go through the list of everyone in show business. Kelsey Grammer, Seinfeld with a 17-year or 18. I don't know what it was.
Elvis,
Elvis had sex with a 14-year-old, or at least brought her into his house. Who knows what went on, and would dump him after they gave birth to him because they remind him of a mother. And
Newt Gingrich.
He paralyzed a woman's breast. Newt Gingrich doesn't offend her. Left a woman. Goes up and asks her for a divorce while she's dying of cancer. Hitler, no. Dahmer, kind of cute. Stern, a monster. All right. Another rocket scientist. Witch.
Oh.
Stupid, no talent witch.
Anyway,
yeah.
Even though she was trying.
That's the name, yeah. Oh, I don't want to make an enemy out of him, but here's one name I can think of that I'll associate with bad.
If you twist my arm, I'll say Howard Stern.
Dumb bitch. Why don't you say what you feel, you stupid freak?
No.
Ellen DeGeneres. How did she get popular? Another female comedian walking around in a suit. She's the female Paula Poundstone.
Oh, boy.
I don't want to offend anyone. Yeah, well, how about no baseball jokes? Because my grandfather slipped and fell on a baseball bat and died, okay? Sorry. Howard, I just want to say I'm sorry.
I was just reading the other day that in her show, every once in a while, they'll have her dating somebody, but they're not going to, like, concentrate on that, like Ellen is always looking for a guy.
Oh, yeah, because that wouldn't
so many women aren't.
Yeah. Somehow show business turned its head and she snuck in. She should do a show about her real dates. They should bring her real dates on and do that.
And, you know, have the kind of social life she really has.
Yeah, right. That's what they should do. That would be a good... Now, I'd tune in for that.
And that would be the female Seinfeld.
Right.
Jerry's doing his real life.
Right. Well, I don't know. You know, I just like that all these people, that's the name that pops into their mind. I just find that fascinating. And then she's backpedaling. Say what you feel. Obviously, you have something against me, so say it. Don't backpedal and say, I don't want to get Howard Stern on my wrong side, because a lot of the stuff he says is really intelligent.
I'm so sensitive, but, you know, Howard Stern...
He seems to have no heart whatsoever. You use your powers for evil. Turn on your microphone, Billy. You're talking to a wall.
You're Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
What powers?
He uses his powers for evil. I use my powers for good. Good. Superwoman.
Why, I swooped down and saved 7 people.
I'm TV's Ellen.
I'm TV's Ellen. I'm TV's Ellen. Get out of my way. Some goofy broad.
What are your powers?
Yeah, what are your powers, Ellen? I'll battle you with my powers. Stupid witch.
I can batter you with airline jokes.
Yeah. I use my airline jokes for good. Ever been on a plane and the stewardess comes up to you? I'm a superheroine.
No, she would have to say flight attendant.
Yeah, flight attendant. You know, did you see that stewardesses want to be called flight attendants? Have you ever been on a plane and the flight attendant? I'm Super Ellen. I can be funny during my period. Ellen DeGeneres, big phony. If you don't like me, say it. Don't water it down with,
Dances around.
Yeah, dances around. I don't want to get him on my wrong side and stuff. I mean, the parts of him that I think are really smart and make me laugh, but I find what he does sometimes, I don't know what this,
well, he's married, and he's with the same woman.
And he does meditate. Like what? Hitler meditated, so what?
Yeah, he needs to contemplate.
Right. Meditate. Doesn't necessarily make me a better person because I meditate. I might be a bigger and better skunk because I meditate.
Maybe you're meditating on bad things.
Right. Maybe I go to the dark side with my meditation. Ellen DeGeneres. What is it? What is it, Wolf?
Just somebody else. Joey Buttafuoco's
What's on your finger?
His head.
Oh.
What? Joey Buttafuoco's on the phone. He just wants 1 minute. He's very, very angry. He just wants to trash Cindy Adams as much as possible because she wrote something really negative about him.
No, she didn't. What did she write about him?
What did she write about him? He was just telling me that
it wasn't negative at all.
He took it very negatively.
Maybe he misread.
Joey.
Yeah.
She didn't say something negative about you.
She sure did.
What did she say?
In this morning's paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wrote about how we went to Marvin Kidman's party, which was cool, and she's writing that Mary Jo and I aren't getting along, which is total baloney.
Oh, I see.
Okay, and then she continues with, as far as Geraldo and myself, which we did have a meeting. Yes, we did discuss the fight, and things are looking very, very good.
Good.
And then she continues to write how we're looking to get right to the parole board to get Amy out of prison. And that's, like, never going to happen.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. You know what? Cindy...
Why do they write like this? Why do they do things like... Is her hair too tight? Is something going on with Cindy? What's going on?
Well, she has bees living in her hair, and they sting her head sometimes.
You know something?
Yeah, but she gave you like $1 million worth of publicity. Are you getting along with Mary Jo?
Absolutely.
And
most beautiful woman in the world.
Is Mary Jo trying to get Amy Fisher out of prison?
Absolutely not. Never. No way. No how. It will never, ever.
Why would she do that?
Yeah, why would she want to do that?
Well, exactly. Why don't we ask Cindy? Why don't we get a 3-way? Oh, sorry, we can't get through the beehive.
Yeah.
All right. But
why don't you box Cindy Adams on pay-per-view?
I would love to. I'd love to box Cindy Adams.
Let me tell you something about Cindy Adams, okay? She is a worthless piece of garbage.
Thank you.
Who doesn't care about anything that she writes. She will wreck anyone's life.
Right.
She is a witch.
Yes, she is.
She's a witch.
I'm just going to give you a quick...
Did she call you for confirmation on the story? Right. She's a witch.
This woman has been in my home a few years ago when she wanted to interview Mary Jo.
No, don't forget about that.
Right, we let her in, but check this out. She was, you remember my prior attorney, that rotten guy, Marvin Kornberg.
I don't think he was rotten.
That's Joey's opinion.
That's Joey's opinion.
Am I entitled to an opinion?
You're entitled to the opinion. I thought he was fine. Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, but
all right, well, that's between you and him.
Cindy Adams was his girl.
What do you mean his girl?
When I can't, and I had...
Well, what do you mean his girl? You meant that it was...
In other words, Cindy Adams was Marvin's little connection in the press with the Post, okay?
Well, you mean he contacted her?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So, naturally, because Marvin was my attorney...
so you allowed Cindy into the house, and what happened?
Many, many times. We wrote articles, and they didn't make any sense then. They still don't now. My point is... Let
me say so. Let me bleep you here for a second.
I hope he's listening.
Listen to me. Joey, you're wound up. Go have an orgasm any way you can.
I did already. I'm still pissed. I already did.
All right, listen to me. All right, when you fired your attorney...
My prior attorney.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what happened?
Cindy Adams was his little contact, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That day, she turned like a snake.
Well, look, here's the point.
This is your
somebody
perception.
Tell me the point of all this.
The point is that Cindy Adams is a witch.
I love it when you talk like this.
No, she's a witch. I know. I've said that for years.
Yeah.
People don't listen to me. She knows she is.
And they don't take her seriously, right?
Nobody takes her seriously.
Unless she's talking about you or
no, nobody takes her seriously. She's not a serious reporter. She's a yenta. She's a yenta with a column in the Post, and they keep her around, I guess, because I don't even know why.
She knows everyone who's dead. That's why.
Listen, this is a woman. Let me tell you what a despicable woman.
Married to a dead guy?
No, he's still breathing.
Oh, he is.
I put a mirror under his nose. Listen to me. Let me tell you something.
There's a lot more going in that nose.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
What?
Now, Joey.
What are you saying, Joe? You don't know anything.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening to you. I need. You got to get me through this.
All right. Here's what I'm saying. I'll tell you why I don't like Cindy Adams.
Okay.
Here is a woman who writes positive press about Imelda Marcos because Cindy got to go to the Philippines as a guest of Imelda Marcos, while Imelda Marcos, it was discovered, had raped her country.
Where did the money come from? To fly Cindy there?
Had taken all of the money that the United States of America sent to the Philippines for the poor peasants there and had bought shoes and put it into her own pocket and bought real estate.
Quite a collection.
Yeah, Cindy Adams was busy praising Imelda Marcos because Imelda Marcos was so nice to her. That's the kind of woman she is. So who cares?
Right.
Don't even pay attention.
I try not to, but once in a while.
Well, I'm glad you refuted it.
Yeah, once in a while it does get to you. You have to admit it does. Once in a while. Most of the time I foo everything off. But, boy, when she's talking about...
No. You got to understand something. You didn't invite her to your palace to have dinner. If you did that, she would write positive things about it. Here's my advice. Buy her a sausage hero, and she'll get you elected dog catcher. All right?
All right, listen, Howard, thanks.
All right, very good.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
I think Joey might have a bullet in his skull. I'm not sure who has one.
It's moving.
It's moving. It moved into Joey's head. I tell him, don't get upset. What are you worried about?
Not about Cindy.
Not about Cindy. Nobody takes Cindy
We would have
seriously.
even known about that item if he hadn't.
No. In fact, I read it today. I was like, so what? Who cares?
Now everybody's running to read the article.
See? That's not news. Unbelievable. It's Cindy Adams.
Only in New York, kids.
Only in New York. I don't know what's going on, but I was at the Marvin Kidman party, kiddies, and I saw the Joey Buttafuoco, Mary Jo Buttafuoco marriage going up in smoke.
Guess what Mother saw?
Oh, my God. My hair is stuck to the ceiling. It's full of glue. Oh, my. Didn't we see her at Joan Rivers' house?
Yeah, she came in with the Christmas tree ornaments in her hair, remember?
Yeah, she had a whole Christmas tree in her head. Yeah. Baby Jesus was on top of her head.
It was lights and everything. You know,
Yeah.
everything was there.
She had this. It was Christmas, and Cindy, for those of you out of town, is this gossip columnist who wears her hair in this giant beehive.
Yeah.
With real bees, I think. And she has a giant beehive on her head, and
there's plenty of room on it.
And we were freaked out because we got invited finally to like a celebrity party at Joan Rivers' house, and the only other celebrity there was Cindy Adams, and she walked in and had like Christmas ornaments in her beehive hairdo.
Hello, darling.
Yeah.
Auntie Mame.
It's Auntie Mame entering the room, and she walks in, you know.
She's going to have an official lighting or something.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah. Hey, can I pull this switch on the tree? Wait a second, the tree's running away. It's attached to Cindy's head. And her picture is in the newspaper every day because she has a column, and the picture in the paper is 20 years old, and I don't know.
You got it reversed. The picture's not aging. She is.
Yeah. Big giant donkey earrings.
Jazzy.
Yeah, big jazz, all jazzed up for her big picture.
Jazzy broad.
Old broad. Old battle axe in the business of ruining people's lives.
Caked on makeup.
I just remember that time, you know, Joey Heatherton was having a little problem.
Yeah, with her father?
Yeah, and Cindy comes with the guy, Ray Heatherton.
Yeah, banging on Joey Adams.
On Joey Heatherton's door.
Yeah.
Saying, "I'll get your father out here."
Yeah, Cindy Adams, like, decided, an annoying gossip columnist goes, "Joey Heatherton, open your door, because I'm here with your father, Ray Heatherton, the merry mailman. Open your door now. Please, for the love of God, open your door so I may intervene." It was like, get out of here, you witch.
And then, of course, it all appears in the paper the next day how Joey wouldn't open the door for her father.
Oh, she should have been put in jail for doing that. Hey, look, maybe she doesn't want to see her father.
And not in front of you.
Yeah.
She doesn't want an audience when she does
she can
something.
write about it.
Yeah.
Well, then, Joey opened the door, and I walked in with Ray Heatherton, the merry mailman. Big fat-assed, beehive hairdo, manger-carrying hair. God. Looks like she's snuggling a manger in her ass. Open the door. I'm here with the merry mailman, your father, Ray Heatherton. Open the door so I may intervene and do some crisis counseling.
Yeah, that was the most despicable thing I ever heard her doing.
Whacked out broad. Stay home. Stay home with your husband. Stay home and stare at him.
Kiddies, I was on a plane.
Hey, we ought to play that tape of her, just so people can hear what her voice sounds like. Hey, Papa Hi. You got that tape?
Of the record,
you mean? Yeah. She's married to this real old comedian, Joey Adams.
I think he was old when she married him.
Yeah. Stuttering John asked her husband when he had his last solid bowel movement. And he was going to answer, and then Cindy intervened.
Him away.
Away with ye.
Joey, come.
Joey, come.
No, Joey, don't answer.
No, Joey.
Treats him like a pet.
Here's Joey and Cindy, for those of you listening from out of town, just so you get a little flavor for how affected she really is. They put out a comedy album together.
It's like the 60s, right?
Yeah, this was 100 years ago, in the 60s, when we were all like 5.
Well, you know, they needed a revolution if this was comedy.
Yeah.
Listen, I think this whole Operation Fatso started on account of my suits don't fit your father anymore.
Are you hinting obliquely that Daddy's too cheap to go to a store and that he shops in your closet?
No, I am not hinting obliquely.
She's someone with like a New York accent.
Store.
And she's taking elocution lessons, but she can't quite get it right. A store.
Obliquely.
I think she thinks she's Jackie O.
I am saying outrightly.
And what is it you don't like about my...
And what is it?
What
don't like about my...
And what? What?
My father?
My wardrobe.
For your information, Daddy never wears your old suits.
Sure, only my new ones.
Neither does he complain
You
about...
can even hear him shuffling the papers as they're reading.
Besides, happens they fit him perfectly. It's just that they're a little snug on Mother, that's all.
Mother? Is she Mother?
No, she's talking about her mother.
Oh,
there.
Who even knows what she's talking about? Does anybody know what she's talking about?
Page 12 of the ad-libs.
It's like every word on the page was written in bold ink, you know, like every important word.
And just who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Why are we going to Niagara Falls?
Read the script, will you?
Yeah, he's not trying to get rid of his accent at all.
You dumb broad.
Come on.
Who do you think you are?
Speed it up.
Come on. Time's wasting. Timing.
As Cindy and I reached the falls, she announced...
Oh, we're just in time.
For what? Are the falls changing direction?
Oh, very humorous, very...
Poor recording engineer is like passed out on the floor.
Very humorous. Oh, very humorous.
The recording engineer's like...
Hey, buddy, wake up.
Hey, I gotta take 15 minutes ago.
Hey, we're on the waterfall thing. Play the waterfall thing.
Ooh, we're finally here. We're here.
We're here. Here, over here. We're drinking beer.
Very humorous. Hardy.
Oh, boy.
The guidebooks say this is the perfect time of day to see the falls.
Well, let the guys go see them. I'm tired.
Do you realize this is one of the 7 wonders of the world?
And I'm the 8th wonder. I'm wondering what I'm doing here.
Wait,
Take a look at the falls falling and let's go. We've got a long ride home.
You must be joshing. I came to see the falls, and
I bet you they were envisioning, like, once this record sells 1 million copies, we'll go on TV and do this. We'll be the new Lucy and Ricky.
And we'll be in Vegas, and we'll go on tour.
Yeah, we'll do a reading in Vegas.
I am going to see it.
Well, you see...
And afterwards they're pumping Cindy. Cindy, your comedic read is so great. You're like a Margaret Dumont or...
This is perfect, because Joey's so ethnic, and you're so...
Yeah. Proper.
Whatever you are.
Stupid.
You're so you.
I can imagine him getting all pumped up over this.
We could have been the new Stiller and Mara.
I'm telling you, this is going to sell because people relate to it. Yeah, relate to that. No one in America talks like that.
Has this conversation at the falls.
Yeah. Every mental patient.
Yeah, what do you want to do, taste it? There it is. It's nice. Oh, boy, look how nice. Look how the falls are falling.
Come on.
Grandpa from Brooklyn with his princess.
Look who I married. Thank God for show business.
Oh, hardy, har, har, har.
Har, 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 har.
Very funny, very funny.
I'll never know why I'm gaining weight. I always use saccharin.
Yeah, Tubby, but first you vacuum up spaghetti marinara, veal parmesan, ravioli, garlic bread, and an elephant-sized lump of biscuit tortoni.
But all I have for breakfast is juice and coffee. Then I have my one big meal at night. I ask you as an impartial observer, is that true or is that false?
True. You do have your one big meal at night. That's true. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
True. I say it's true. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Hey, what's master do, Cindy? I thought you was a Jew.
Marinara.
Marinara. Parmesan.
Biscuitor.
Hey, what's master with you? Thank God for show business. I'd be married to Ishkavimo.
It's true. I cannot tell a lie. Your one big meal is at night. That's true. It starts late, but it never ends.
How many ways could you drag out that old joke? Yeah, I only eat once a day. All day.
How come I have more lines and hers last longer than mine? I don't get it.
Oh, go sit in the corner and fart, Joey.
She's the queen of timing.
I got to be honest with you, Cindy. At this point, I'd like to saw off your hair. Well, idea. Pretty funny.
Oh, that's so atrocious.
Then I noticed a heap of beat-up pots and pans piled high in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Where'd we get this junk, I asked Cindy.
It just so happened...
Cindy's sitting right there. Can't you ask her?
I asked Cindy, who's sitting next to me. So I'm pretending it's a stranger.
Why couldn't he just say, Cindy, what are these pots and pans doing here?
Because he's stupid.
Would you talk to her?
This is a gift from Mother. You do remember, Mother?
Remember her. She doesn't stay away long enough for me to forget her.
Well, you told her to consider this like her own home.
Like her own home, yes. Instead of her own home, no.
Anyway, she gave us these pots and pans. They've been used in our family for years.
She gave us these pots and pans.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Mother gave us these pots and pans.
Yeah, well, then it's about time we threw them out. They looked like they were used in 49 at pan gold.
So do you.
So do you. Big phony baloney.
Oh,
yeah.
do you?
So do you.
It's a yodeler.
And afterwards, you're probably, Cindy, you know, Joey's a professional comedian, but you are so terrific with that read of yours.
The chemistry between
Oh,
the two.
you too.
It's magical.
We don't even need to put laughs on this record. People will be laughing hysterically on their own. Usually we have to put in canned laughs.
Yeah, we have to punch it up.
Well, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Could we find out how many they sold?
2.
The 2 we bought.
Then I noticed a heap of beat-up pots and pans piled high in the kitchen.
Oh, forget it. All right, let's take a break.
What we paying for gold in 49.
Hiya.
So do you.
You should do the news like that. So do you. Big New York accent sticking through no matter how much he tries to disguise it. Hi-yowie. Every word 97 syllables.
You do remember Mother, don't you?
How can I forget it?
How can I forget your mother?
How can I forget your mother? She's always here.
How can I forget your mother? She looks just like you.
Your one big meal is at night at 2.
Well, so sue me. I'm a hungry Jew.
Marinara.
Marinara, where are you from? What planet are you from?
I'm going to go hide at the Friars.
So you do eat marinara. Marinara parmesan.
You also forgot the brisket tortoni.
Despicable woman. Oh, the worst. Imagine, they don't have children, thank God. Imagine being raised by her.
That's right.
You are my children, my offspring. It's true.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a break. Get away from that voice of that miserable old crow. Takes a lot of talent to make an album that's devoid of laughs. I mean, there's not one laugh on the whole friggin' album.
The Empress.
It's early performance art.
Yeah.
That's right. It doesn't have
It's
to
not
be
supposed
funny.
to be funny. It's supposed to make you think.
You know, you talk about pots and pans, it's like a Seinfeld or a Paul Reiser show.
That's right. I was ahead of my time, 30 years.
Do about nothing.
All right, let's take a break, and then we'll do the news right after this.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
I was watching Beavis and Butthead this weekend, actually. Did something pretty funny. I don't remember what it was.
You just remember it being very funny.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I don't know what it was, though. Shoot. I wish I remembered.
What?
I don't know. It's so cold in here. My head is frozen. I can't think straight. And I've been getting sick during the week. Now I know why. My body can't take freezing temperatures. My whole nose is, like, on fire.
Let me ask you something.
Look.
Do the guys now realize that it's winter?
No.
And they shouldn't crank up the air conditioning?
No.
Oh,
they don't get it. And then if I say don't put on the air conditioning, it'll be 190 degrees. It'll be... Who is in charge of the whole thing? This whole show. Who is really in charge?
I thought that the temperature was regulated by Scott from E.
See, I thought I was in charge of the whole show, but it turns out I'm not.
You're not in charge of the temperature.
No.
That's out of your control.
I would like to get that into my control. How do I do that? How do I do it so I don't have to be sick every weekend? I have headaches.
Well, I thought that Scott had taken over that job.
No. He failed me if he did. He failed me.
He's certainly not coming in to represent himself.
No. No one wants you to come in. It's too cold. No one wants to come in. Oh, Here's a spokesperson from the E Network, Scott Einziger. Whose job is it?
He's coming in. It's the other Scott.
Oh, all right.
I thought you two
passed it on.
Scott, let me ask you something. Are you the guy in charge of regulating the temperature?
Don't plug the
What was that? Are you the guy in charge of...
I turn it on.
You turn on the air conditioning?
They told me where to set it, and I just turn it on.
And has the setting changed since winter has occurred?
Well, it's not winter in here.
No, it's winter in here because even if you... Listen, my office, back in the office
back there's no windows around here to confuse
all I can tell you is, do you feel when you walk in...
the atmosphere is confused.
I
don't work
No,
in here.
the only person confused is not the atmosphere. It is you.
It doesn't look like winter indoors.
It is not winter.
But the building
in here.
itself is cold. The whole building is cold. You walk through the halls, it's freezing.
Yes.
Scott has decided the building is still experiencing summer.
Right. Do you think the building is experiencing summer?
Yes.
Is that what you think?
Exactly
Is Robin right?
She's right.
It's not winter in here.
I think he smoked so much that it clogged up his heating duct.
You grow hair on your arms like I did.
You're cold. All you got to do.
Yeah, I'm not a furry animal like Scott.
Yeah, he doesn't need heat.
This is normal hair on a man's arm. You've got a coat.
Darwin.
Yeah, Darwin's on the phone. He wants to examine Scott.
I have tribbles on my forearms.
He was attacked by tribbles.
It's a weird mammal.
Do me a favor. Use your head, huh?
Can't do that.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
You know there's nothing on there to use. So.
No, come on, seriously, use your head.
Okay.
Come on, help us out here. I'm frozen the whole damn morning.
Okay.
I'm relying on you, pal.
But he jacked that air conditioning up anyway, Howard,
yeah.
knowing how cold it was.
He doesn't care.
Half an hour, Howard. It's going to be 130.
Yeah, it'll be 130 degrees in here.
We've just frozen all morning.
Try and find the medium point. The median. Whatever. Anyway, Robin, I did not mean to break away from the news. They told him to set it in the summer, and he set it.
This is it. That's where it goes.
All summer long I was sweating, and now I'll freeze all winter. And I'm back in the office. I say to Gorilla, every morning he comes in, I said, I got a space heater. I said, put on the space heater. That kid cannot turn on a space heater for the life of him.
What's wrong with him?
He puts it on, but he doesn't know how to put it on all the way.
He never notices
He's like a
that it
retard.
does something when it's
I don't
on?
know what's wrong with it. I go back there and I get here early. If it's cold, I make sure I get here early to go back.
Even Ralph came in today. He goes, "What's the matter with Gorilla? Doesn't he put the space heater on?" I go, it's on. He goes, "Yeah, but you got to turn it up."
So he went over and turned it up?
I turned that knob all the way up.
Talk to Ralph. He'll teach you.
No problem. I'm telling you.
It's freezing in this building, and no one will put on heat. The building will not pay for heat. People have to function here. All summer I screamed about I need air conditioning. Now I can't get heat. I can't take it. I go to other buildings in Manhattan, buildings with windows, they got heat. They got heat.
Same temperature every day.
Same. Doesn't matter. I'm back in my office. It's unusable. The office is unusable in the winter months. And I go to Chiasano. Don't you see there's no heat?
They got possibly the worst space heater you can get.
Yeah, but who wants a space heater? Who wants a space heater? This is a building. This is a company worth $2 billion from what I read.
This isn't a tent.
This is insane. Somebody go down and say, turn on the heat.
It's like we're homeless.
I walk in. I'm so cold. I'm going to die. I can't take it. After the weekend especially, they turn off the heat in the building. I don't know how these disc jockeys do it. I mean, come on already. I'm going to start a fire tomorrow in the corner of my office. So I'm going to build a fireplace, and I'm going to light a fire so I can have heat.
Don't blame me.
And you know what I'm going to use? I don't have wood. I'm going to use all the hair that's falling out of your head. All right, go ahead. What?
You'll have an inferno in here.
You see his new haircut? He's hoping you'd mention it. He's still got hair to cut.
If anybody wants to give me something for Christmas, could you send me firewood?
Cord.
We don't have a fireplace. Where are you going to burn it?
Don't matter.
I'll find a place. Yeah, I'll just put it on Tom's head. Can't work on that. And everyone walks around here like it's not cold. Like they try to act like there's nothing going on.
What are you talking about?
This morning I come in, I found Allison Steele frozen in a block of ice. Anyway, you were saying.
Well, everyone, put on your thinking caps.
Not you, Jackie.
Jackie Mama.
It is time to go over the telltale signs of a letter bomb. We've had, once again, the Unabomber strike.
Unabomber.
an advertising executive got a bomb at his home this weekend, opened it, and was killed. They think this man has had a 16-year string of sending out letter bombs. He's responsible for 2 deaths and 23 people being injured. So this weekend, when 50-year-old Thomas Moser of North Caldwell, New Jersey, opened his letter,
wow,
it exploded, killing him.
Now, do they think there's a motive behind these?
They can't really be sure. They say there's an airline connection to this one. There's also the New York Times connection. Oftentimes, the people have just been featured in the New York Times. So it's not really great to have the New York Times write about you at this point in time until they get this guy.
So maybe he has a beef with the New York Times.
I don't know. But at one point, he was sending them to university professors. So I don't know how he picks.
And what is a letter bomb? Is it a letter? Is it a package?
It can be a package. This one was about the size of a video cassette.
Wow.
Now, here's what you have to look for, because they apparently increase in number at Christmas time as well. Because people get a lot of packages. I suppose letter bombers choose, Christmas is their season.
Right.
Mail bombs may be marked personal or private. The person's name or title may be inaccurate. There may be no return address, or it may be fictitious. You can go to the post office and ask them to check to see if the return address actually exists if you weren't looking for a package and don't know who it's from. Watch out for protruding wires or aluminum foil. The foil prevents the electrical circuit from being completed, and once it's removed, the bomb is activated.
Wow.
Check out the package for peculiar odors, buzzing, ticking, or sloshing sounds. Take note of any postmark that differs from the return address. Be leery if there's more postage paid than warrants, because sometimes they put on additional postage in order to avoid the people at the windows.
Cops have any clue?
No, of course not. The man's been running around for 16 years. They've got one of those composite photos on the cover of the Post.
Hey, it looks like Ralph. Doesn't he?
They still haven't found him.
We have tape of the guy's voice, because this is from when he called in that show. Do you know about this?
No.
Yeah, this is the tape from the guy's voice. Here, listen.
Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
That's it. That's the only known tape of the bomber.
About that.
It's true.
Some people just trace that.
But they should be able to catch that person.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a Spanish midget.
From Baywatch.
The guy who was killed is Thomas Moser. He was just promoted to general manager of Young and Rubicam, that advertising agency.
Yeah. Guy had a happening career, the whole thing.
Featured him, or that was mentioned in the New York Times. That's why they think that could be a connection. But he also may have has something to do with airline advertising, and that could be the connection. So we don't know. Also, the big story of the weekend was Joycelyn Elders, the Surgeon General in the Clinton administration, was fired after the White House became aware that comments she made before the United Nations were about to become public. Elders, speaking before some body at the UN, said that masturbation was a part of human sexuality and maybe should be a part of school curriculum.
How come when I talk about
sex education?
How come when I talk about masturbation, everyone gets on my case?
Well, she was fired, so don't say that.
Can I just say something? It is now 900 degrees in this studio. Did you notice this?
Sorry, I said half an hour.
Oh.
Not only is it...
It is so hot, I can't think straight.
Not only that, but it stinks.
Yeah.
Is there a letter bomb in here?
No, it's so hot in here.
I wish you'd send us a letter bomb.
Oh. Janky Marlowe. All right, what is this now? Joycelyn Elders.
Joycelyn Elders. So, anyway, she was fired by the Clinton administration after these making these remarks. And here she says she doesn't regret what she said.
I don't really have any regrets. I tried to always speak what I knew to be a truth. You know, it's sometimes
an embarrassment.
As I saw it. You know, I mean, truth as I see it and truth as you see it may be two different things. on life is very different from someone who plans a trip to Europe every summer.
Oh. So in other words, black people are different than white people. Are we supposed to read that into it?
Well, what is she saying? They need to be taught about masturbation?
Yeah, like
and people who go to Europe know it already?
Yeah. People go to Europe know how to masturbate. Blacks don't know how to masturbate. Are you kidding? I went to Roosevelt.
Is she saying also that blacks would have fewer children out of wedlock if they learned to masturbate?
I went to an all-black school. One thing black people didn't need tutoring in was masturbating. I am telling you, there was all kinds of it going on right in the shop class.
All around you.
Oh, for God's sake. I was begging them, wash your hands. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? This was a confused woman. Listen, Clinton had to unload her, but you can't. Look, the guy had to appoint somebody, you know.
Well, apparently this is not a position that always has to be filled. Joycelyn, whatever her name is, said that there's only been 16 Surgeon Generals in the United States history, so we don't have to have one.
Yeah, I think we've proven that we really don't need one. A Surgeon General. Scott, it's 100 degrees now. I said find a medium point.
Well, what does he do? He takes it from
What
one
are you doing
extreme.
back there? Are you throwing things?
I didn't throw anything.
I just heard a noise.
Does he go from one extreme to the other with that little dial?
Yeah, where do you? Tell me what you did exactly. What was it set on every morning?
I just lowered the temperature like very little.
Things are falling, Scott, when you walk in.
You just lowered the temperature very little?
Yes. Very little.
Do you wait a second. What temperature do you put it on in the morning usually?
It's set at like 65 on the
65.
Right.
Now, where did you set it?
70.
When I said to you I complained about it.
70. And
oh, you
I
did?
brought the other unit up a little as well, like 5 degrees.
What other unit?
We have 2 units in here.
No. So what was the other unit at?
There's no exact setting on the other unit.
We need a little bit of air in here. Not you understand?
Well, it's back on now.
All right.
Well, I'm trying to find a setting.
It's back on. I'm trying to find the others.
I mean, for God's sake, Scott. It's 170 degrees.
That's too warm, so.
All right, thank you.
Titrating like a chemist.
Yeah.
I don't need a thunderstorm.
I'm going to put hot and cold fronts. We'll have snow in here in a minute.
For the isobars.
Thank you. Thanks for your help again. God, is he hairy. There's big patches of hair all over the guy. And then there's some patches
and
that
then
have
just a bald spot on the top of his head.
All hair except for on top of his head.
It is so shiny and bald. The top of his head.
That's a real portrait of a loser. All right, what else you got there, Rob?
Joycelyn also said she's not angry at the president. She understands what he had to do.
I feel the president did what he felt he needed to do at this time. And, I don't know all of the factors that went into that, but, he's the president, and he has to make the decision that fits him. I'm very pleased that the president gave me the honor of being a Surgeon General. There's only been 16 of them, and so I was really very pleased to have had
put an end to that. He's like saying now, I don't think I need another Surgeon General.
Let's just forget that post.
That's one of those wacky posts that you appoint.
It's largely ceremonial.
It's ceremonial. You appoint someone, either Puerto Rican or...
See, Everett Koop didn't look Puerto Rican.
Well, they should have. He was Amish. They always find some minority to fill these posts. And what exactly was that about? Why would a black person need to learn how to masturbate?
Well, she said poor. You're saying black.
Well, all right. Why would a poor person need to learn to masturbate?
So that they stop having babies. That was what I would imagine. I'm sure this conference had something to do with population or birth control.
And imagine, what would you teach someone? Clip your fingernails before you start? What would you... All of these Surgeon Generals have been weird. This C. Everett Koop stepped out of another century. They're all wacky. You got more Joycelyn?
No, I have some President Clinton, though, responding to the firing of Joycelyn Elders.
I had a fire. She is a person of great energy and conviction, and she's devoted her life to child health and reducing teen pregnancy and fighting AIDS. But there have been a number of things where we just have different positions, and I think that...
Different positions? Like, who has a position on masturbation?
At some point, The president is entitled to have people in certain positions who agree with him and who don't depart from the policy positions and the personal convictions that the president has.
So the president is against masturbation?
Evidently, yes. Now, listen, what can he do? He's trying to give this woman a job. Basically, it's one of these jobs. Shut up and just,
Don't say anything too controversial. Unless you check with them.
Yeah, and you can walk around. Everyone's got those military outfits with big, actually,
medals.
Surgeon general outfits, big medals. See, every coup had medals. You become a general.
It was like a Captain Kangaroo outfit.
Right. And Joycelyn had one, too, a real nifty-looking military outfit. All cut nice and tight with a bosom.
When she started talking about masturbation, I did begin to wonder what she was up to in her hotel room.
I like to take baths, not showers. What?
The Surgeon General before her was like Father Guido Sarducci's sister.
Yeah, I know.
Remember she was like one of them?
Yeah.
It's not a hard job to get it.
No. Literally Father Guido Sarducci's sister.
Yes, I can't remember her name.
Novello,
that's right.
Don Novello's sister. Fine line of Surgeon Generals. But she knew enough. She knew enough to keep her mouth shut. Let's take another break and we'll come back and do more news for you right after this. Okay, very good. Robin, right. Go ahead.
OJ Simpson. They finally got the whole jury together. They've got the alternates. They've got the jurors. And CNN is reporting today that later today we will find out from the OJ defense team that they don't want to have any hearings on the admissibility of DNA evidence.
Right.
Anymore.
Good.
Which would, they say now that OJ is responsible for this. He's anxious to get the trial over with.
Is he?
So they're going to stop with all these preliminary hearings. And he'll probably go on trial early next month.
Has O.J. killed any of the jurors yet?
Meanwhile, there is speculation that something incriminating was said by O.J. to his minister, Roosevelt Grier.
Minister Roosevelt Grier. Can you imagine that's your minister? The guy who was the man with two heads. I would like to confess to you, Roosevelt, but where's your other head?
I would like to confess to your Ray Milland head.
Yeah, where's your white head? Hey, where's the white head at?
I ain't got no white head.
Can you imagine, like, in jail? I can't believe O.J. started confessing to Minister Grier.
We don't know. A couple of detectives made these reports to someone in the system, and Judge Ito and the lawyers went over to the jail to see how the setup was over there and to see if it was possible. And now they've even called Roosevelt Grier to the stand to be questioned, but he refused to divulge anything that he and O.J. have talked about, saying that there's some kind of privilege between a minister and his flock.
Bull. Whoever made that rule up?
Much like in the case of counseling, when you're seeing a psychologist.
No, I believe in the case where you find out that somebody committed murder.
Well, that's the old story. You know, if you're a priest and somebody confesses to you that they committed a murder.
You know what you're supposed to do?
You cannot go to the police.
No. You have to go to the police. You have to.
Bull, you say to me? Howard, are you okay? Can I have the kind with you?
That's what happens when you try to eat during the commercials. See? Let that be warning to you.
Do not do this at home. I am a professional.
Lest anyone think that was farcical vomit. It was not.
Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm okay now. I just puked into my rice. Makes an excellent fragrance.
Well, you were saying that priests are required. They're not required by law.
Yes, they are, my dear.
They can...
It's right here. Look.
What?
Look at this piece of paper.
On that piece of paper while you're waving.
But there could be. I don't know. I've always heard that they have to.
Required, but their oath, their vows state that they cannot reveal what is told to them in confession. So they should go to jail.
Hey, OJ, did you kill that bitch?
Listen, don't give nobody your DNA. That's all I got to say.
Real funny, OJ.
I don't even know what that meant.
Just make that stupid noise, OJ. Don't try to talk. Unless Jackie tells you what to say.
Meanwhile, I think this is so wrong.
Right.
But the Globe has a story about Judge Ito's wife.
Is that right? What's her story?
They're like celebrities now. They
Judge
get
Ito.
reported on.
Yeah, well, that's a big problem. Most judges now want to be celebrities. They're looking for any kind of even on the most frivolous case, they're looking to like somehow get involved with celebrities. It's really weird.
Well, Judge Ito and these other judges should realize that it has its downside because this week in the Globe, it says Judge Ito's wife was a battered woman.
Whoa.
But not by Judge Ito.
Never.
She had a first husband.
Chinese men do not beat wife. We just bind feet.
Oh, my.
And some of the allegations they make about Mrs. Ito, Officer Ito, I guess you call her. She's a policewoman.
Is her first name Hiro Ito?
Senorito.
Senorito.
She met her first husband when they were in high school.
And he started beating her by junior year?
Her first husband admits that he once choked her to the point where she was blacking out.
She did not listen.
No wonder she went Chinese.
When she left, he stalked her. Even after the divorce.
She no listen to this day. Me throw stars.
Because her name is Peggy York. The Yorks still had sex with each other. So she left her husband and was seeing another guy who was on the police force, but she was still having sex with her first husband.
She like it rough.
I read a different story. I read that Judge Ito and his wife were double dating with the Buttafuocos.
What, was that in Cindy?
Yeah, that's the one I thought you were going with. Surprised.
Nope. This guy says, her first husband says, that they had, the one thing that kept them together was sex.
Lucky Judge Ito.
And once they were separated from each other, they continued to see each other just for the sex, and they once even made a dirty home movie together when they were married.
She now just with me. She spread her rags.
Oh, my.
For me, Ito. Judge Ito, Emperor Ito.
So just remember, there is a downside to all that publicity.
Oh, yeah.
You spread rags now.
For a dirty movie.
A dirty movie.
Yeah.
Me throw stars.
Also in the tabloids this week, they are charging
I
that
like what I see.
actor Jan Michael Vincent
Yes.
has abused his wife physically and even took out his rage on her cat, killing it.
Wow.
In divorce papers, they say that once in a drunken rage, he, I don't know what he did to the cat, but the cat died as a result.
Oh, the poor pussy.
Oh.
She beat the pussy?
I don't know if he beat the pussy or stomped it, but it's gone.
I beat your pussy.
He's getting your pussy.
Clubbed it.
I have no feeling for that pussy. Right. Pussy probably deserved it.
We were talking about this earlier in one of the commercial
Me right, cat.
breaks, Howard, but there has been a great outburst of animal cruelty, especially in New Jersey.
Hey, let me set this up. I said to Robin this morning, you know, this really got to me. I don't contribute to anything, but I got to do this. I see an ad in the paper today, in the New York Post, with this cute little dog. It's a Shih Tzu. Little Shih Tzu.
Yeah. Is that the actual dog?
Yeah. They say a stray Shih Tzu.
You should never even have that.
And it's a really cute little dog, innocent and trusting. Thought she found some kind passerby, but the youths forced a firecracker up her rectum and set it off, as well as puncturing one eye with a sharp object.
That's disgusting.
An animal lover found the dog huddled and shaking underneath his car. He brought her to a vet where she was given life-saving surgeries, and then the society was asked to take her in.
You're talking about the ASPCA?
Yeah, and find her as safe. And it was called Associated Humane Societies. The donations are the only way that we survive. I really...
Your heart goes out.
Yeah, you know, it's like, so Robin says to me, and then she says... First she said, and then...
I have a problem off the air.
Robin's awful off the air. She's really disgusting. And then she says, and then she went, And then she started doing this. And then she went. All right, so, and then after she was done doing all of that.
I forgot what I had to say.
You know, somehow I don't care that homeless people are starving to death because, like, I somehow feel they can improve their situation, but a dog is so helpless.
Yeah.
Like, they turn to humans for kindness. And, all you know, basically I like animals better than I do people. So I read this, I felt really bad. I said, I'm going to send them some contribution of some kind. I mean, that's awful.
Yeah.
And then Robin says, you know, there's a wrath of... Is it wrath? No, a rash. A rash. Yeah, what's a wrath?
I don't know. Your wrath of God, but this is not it.
There's I thought like a rubber wrath.
A rubber wrath. Yeah.
I mean, I read this thing. I felt so bad. I sent like $3. So, well, I'm all right.
Didn't break you, did it?
No, well, hey, listen, I'm on a budget. No, but I'm going to send them a check because I felt, you know, that's really touching. So, anyway, Robin says to me, there's this rash of...
Animal cruelty.
Animal cruelty in Jersey.
Yeah.
I said, well, why Jersey? And Robin couldn't explain it, of course.
Yeah.
But like people like, I don't know, man, like hanging dogs. And what did you read, Fred?
There's also a technique that people have done where they tie two cats together by the tails and they throw them over a wire and wait for them to like claw each other to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't understand that.
Tie them down to railroad tracks.
Yes, there was the tying down to railroad tracks, but there was also one in New Jersey where they hung the dog and then put some kind of explosive device in it as well.
OJ gets treated better.
No, but I mean, that's so cruel.
Yeah.
God, I mean, how could you look at an animal and do that? I don't know. There's some guys who are really messed up. Like, they're this close to killing people.
Well, that's what they say, that a lot of people who have that serial killer tendency, they start off with animals.
It's a preamble.
Yeah. You know, you start to experiment with little things, little creatures who can't squeal and won't give you a lot of resistance, and then you work your way up.
I mean, if you see yourself hanging a dog, and as you're hanging him, putting firecrackers in his rectum, I mean, it's time to call for some help. Jesus Christ.
Joey's hear stories like
what?
I used to hear stories. Guys put lighter fluid on cats and...
Yeah, I know. Or put it in the microwave ovens and watch them explode and junk. I mean, oh, man, I mean... I don't know. I find animals kind of cute.
That's a living thing.
Yeah, and they got to suffer through that for your sickness. So I figured I'd send some money to that. I don't know. They'll probably not. I mean, who knows what they do with the money.
Yeah, but they can only find the animals after they've been hurt.
Yeah, well, what are they going to do? Yeah. We can't have a cop for every dog out there, Robin. Although I got to admit, it's fun melting.
Your animals.
I do like melting ants with that's insects.
Magnifying glasses.
Yeah, that's no problem. They don't have a brain in their head.
Nothing wrong.
I don't even like to blow up water bugs.
Not anymore.
Well, a water bug, please. I've pulled the legs out of spiders and stuff. That's as far as I go. There's a lot of angry kids growing. I told you, remember I did 3 weeks as a camp counselor for underprivileged kids?
No, you didn't tell me this.
I had an all black bunk for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It was a 3-week summer program for inner city kids. I told you this, and I took the kids out on a hike, and they all took frogs. And I had you know, had regular kids before who weren't underprivileged. And, you know, you used to get pet frogs and put them in a can and raise them and, you know, try and treat them nice.
Right, they want to take them home and have a pet.
All these kids from the inner city took the frogs, put them on rocks, and smashed their heads in.
Oh.
And, like, I was like, whoa. I said to the kids, like, guys, what are you doing, you know? And they were like, well, you know, it's funny. I said, oh. I go, well, how many more?
For not having a sense of humor.
How many more weeks do I have left with you? I had no rapport with these kids. I just wanted to make sure they didn't.
Funny kids.
Yeah, am I going to be sleeping tonight in the woods and you're going to smash my head in with a rock? I'll give you it makes a cool noise, but you know, it was really sad. And I said, man, these are the kids. Now this had to be like 20 years ago or no more.
Yeah, but how much younger than you were they?
They were like 13. So I was 18 or something like that, 19.
But if it was 20 years ago and they were 13, so they're in their 30s now.
Yeah, now they're probably like up to killing people and stuff.
According to the FBI, the age of murder is decreasing. It used to be around 30-something, and now it's gone down into the 20s.
But I said when
young people are committing murder.
When these kids grow up, they're going to be monsters. I said, I should just kill them all now.
I should smash their heads.
Yeah, I should smash their heads into the rocks and save the world a lot of grief. But how can you, you know? How can you? Because, you know, if they're heartless, like these little cute little frogs.
That aren't hurting anybody.
Yeah, and I mean, it was kind of exciting. They were inner city kids. They'd never seen frogs before, and now they were just mutilating them.
The first thing they do with something they haven't seen before is they kill it.
Yeah, they didn't even take a breath of air before they did it. Not one of them.
Even the girls?
I just had boys. I just had boys.
Okay.
The girls ate 3 raw hamsters, I heard. That was a rumor, though. I can't confirm or deny.
Remember the kid who was so in love with the subway trains, he faked his way, he got a uniform from a friend, and he faked his way onto the subway and took it for a ride?
Yeah.
Well, we all thought he was kind of cute, and everybody went to his aid because that could have been a horrible thing to have on his record, and he wound up only getting 3 years of probation. Now, Karen Thomas faces a much more serious charge of attempted murder.
Is that like a boy named Sue? Karen? Karen Thomas. Is that his name, Karen?
Yeah.
K-A-R-E-N?
Well, it's K-E-R-O-N, but...
Kieran from the planet...
Looks
from
like
the planet
Karen
Comatose.
to me.
Yeah, Kieran from the planet Comatose. Wow, so now he's up on attempted murder?
Yeah, he was in a dice game with another guy, and he allegedly stabbed this 17-year-old Jody Sidney with a knife during a fight in the Crown Heights section of Brooklyn on October 29th.
Hey, yo, don't you know who I am? I'm the train track driver. Boom. So I guess he'll be, I guess that 3-year probation might turn into a prison sentence.
Yeah, I think he should be locked up.
Jody and Karen? 2 angry guys with broad names playing dice trying to compensate. Hey, I'm Karen. Yeah, I'm Jody. F you. Faggot. Karen and Jody? What are black people doing naming their kids Karen and Jody? And boys, no less. What's that all about?
You'd have to ask someone else, Howard. I'm not having children. I'm not naming anybody.
All right, it was a rhetorical question. I wasn't asking you specifically.
I thought you were asking me.
Hey, that's my brother, Ellen. Yeah, my brother's name is Karen. What kind of thing is that? You know, a lot of black people want to be so different from regular society that they now have named their boys girls' names. And the ultimate slap, the F you to the white man. We will name our children any name we want, including Ellen.
This is my son, Melissa.
Yeah, this is Melissa Gilbert, my son. Might want to reverse those names.
This is pretty wild. In Huntsville, Texas, they executed a man named Raymond Carl Kinnaman. And he
Sirianni Motley.
And he tried to talk his way out of the execution. There's some kind of an execution deadline on his death warrant.
Right.
And, you know, they always give you an opportunity to make a last statement.
Yes.
So he tried to talk and talk and talk until his warrant ran out.
Wow. Couldn't pull it off, though, huh?
Nah, they put the juice in there anyway. He was going to die by lethal injection.
Wanted to live.
And he, I guess, ran out of words because he's not an eloquent man.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
And he finally sort of just ran out of what to say. And he said, God, I wish I was Shakespearean or something so I could go on and
Couldn't
on
think
and
of
on.
anything to say.
And then they gave him the stuff, and 11 minutes later he was pronounced dead. And he even got to the point where he tried to get out of the wrist restraints
Really?
that hold him in. He really wanted to get out of there.
Excuse me, Your Honor, xylophone and zebra. Uh-oh, I'm out. Xylophone, zebra, Well, that would be it then, I guess.
I'm out of words.
I guess you're going to have to kill me.
And then some of his relatives started crying because he didn't get to finish his statement.
What come after zebra?
What do you think of this Heidi Fleiss trial? I now see that the jury forewoman has decided...
That would be 4-person, Ron.
Well...
Yes.
Whatever you say.
Yes, jury for a person.
For a person.
Oh, that would be Ricky Lake.
The jury forewoman now says that she would have preferred to see Heidi acquitted of all charges.
Of course.
And there are a couple of other jurors who say the same. And they would like their verdict overturned.
No kidding. I don't think they... Well, why didn't they do that then?
The weekend was coming up.
The weekend. Oh, well, that makes sense. Hey, we want to get out of here.
And they started bargaining at that point.
Which isn't right.
No, that's not justice, folks.
No.
So Heidi's facing a jail term because they couldn't afford to miss a few football games.
Wow. That's pretty heavy.
Michael Douglas in Disclosure, experiencing some success. It was #1 at the box office this weekend. The Santa Claus knocked out of first place, coming in at #2, followed by Drop Zone, the new Wesley Snipes movie, and then Junior.
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 How's Junior doing? Is it making a lot of money?
It's doing okay. It remains in the top 5.
Yeah, because we don't want Ivan calling us and whining that we didn't do it. We did a real bang-up job, you know.
Absolutely.
Helping them out there.
We're doing all we can. And I see on page 6 today that Kennedy is doing some weird stuff.
Error, I'm back.
Not that Kennedy. I'm talking about that girl on MTV.
Oh, Kennedy the girl.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
They said she was making out on camera with one of her male guests the other night, and then Puck from MTV's Real World came in and chewed up a sardine and spit it into her mouth. Some girl, huh, Jack?
Shut up, Jackie.
He likes that. So I guess that may be something you want to check out if you're into that kind of stuff.
Hey, can I say something?
What?
I don't know if you've covered everything you wanted to. Oh, go ahead.
Joan Rivers.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say.
Called the police and reported a stalker. She used her husband's name. She called in as
Edgar?
Joan Rosenberg.
Oh, I thought you called in as Edgar Rosenberg.
No, she called in as Joan Rosenberg.
Hello, this is Edgar Rosenberg.
Instead of Joan Rivers. She called 911 and said that a man who was trying to stalk her was downstairs being held and he had no weapon. When the cops arrived, they found Abdul Muhammad, a 30-year-old homeless man, in the lobby demanding to see Joan.
Hey, Joan Rivers.
He told the cops she was expecting him.
Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers. She wait for me. She let me come up. Martella.
I don't know what that's all about, but
can I make a comment?
Joan should be pleased.
No. Let me make a comment.
A 30-year-old guy after her?
Let me make a comment.
What?
First of all, the newspaper reports that Joan Rivers called up the police because there was a stalker. Evidently, this guy was after her in her building.
Mm-hmm.
He made his way into this building, which I would assume has a doorman and things.
Well, yeah, they were holding him downstairs.
Right. So as soon as she calls, it's in the paper, and the paper reports her address.
Nah. Oh, yeah, they do. I didn't realize that.
And I really wonder what's going on in newspaper. I mean, where does a reporter do that? Imagine if tomorrow's newspaper, this reporter had their address splattered all over the newspaper.
Yeah, well, is that really necessary to this story?
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the story. And then, on top of that, the headline is, "Can we stalk?" Now, you know, here is a country...
Making light of a situation.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Now, here is a country that professes that they're upset about this stalking, that women are being abused and beaten, and they're upset that this woman in California was killed, this actress, what's her name again? The one who was killed? Rebecca Schaefer. There's stalking now on the rise, and the headline is, "Can we stalk?" Now, what happened? I mean, listen, if I make a joke, I'm considered a buffoon. A newspaper is supposed to be somewhat respectable. They're not supposed to be in the business of making jokes. I thought we were supposed to hear the news.
Oh, now you're making rules for newspapers?
Not making rules, but I wouldn't print somebody's address who was being stalked. I wouldn't do it out of decency. Am I right or am I wrong?
We never do that. We may know where someone is, but we would never tell.
Why don't they print directions to our house from Rikers Island so that the criminals can all find it?
Well, yeah, they get the post over there. They already know.
And we were invited to Joan's house. We're like, don't. Now, I'll give you the address at the last minute. Don't.
Yeah, it's always very secret.
Top secret. Of course, secret information. I'm just very surprised when someone has a stalker that...
But with these celebrity maps they have now, is anything really so secret?
Well, what can I say? Robin, what can I say?
Let me play you a little card there of Jose Angel.
See?
He is a member of some organization down in Texas, and they were having some kind of a rally over the weekend to oppose Proposition 187, that California law that denies certain benefits and entitlement programs, health benefits and so forth, to illegal immigrants into this country. And this Jose Angel has an interesting take on the whole thing.
It doesn't matter whether you're legal or not legal, whether you have documents or not documents. We still are all Mexicans and a Mexican ancestry, and this is still occupied Mexico. We can't be deported and repatriated from our own homeland.
Oh, boy.
Did you hear this?
Yeah.
This is occupied Mexico. This is why we have a problem.
Oh.
They're just taking back their own land.
Well, they're almost successful because there are hardly any Americans left. Well, I'll tell you, if it is occupied Mexico, then allow Mexico to pay for all this immigration, this illegal immigration, and allow Mexico to start sending us money so that we can clothe and feed and educate these people. I'm all for that. In fact, I would like to take all of California and call it Mexico and let the Mexican government pay for it. How dare he? Who is this gentleman? Who is he?
Who is he to me?
How dare he? I am the genius of me. Davy Crockett is spinning in his grave. Man gave his life trying to win over that country, and now all of a sudden it is being repatriated. Whatever. What did he say? Something.
I don't know. Repossessed. I don't know. And on the talk shows today on Geraldo, they have the family of Nicole Simpson. On Donahue, gay people who are raising children.
Oh my.
And on Live at 5, there's someone named Frederic. Oh. I don't quite know who that is, but Frederic is a beautiful name.
A lot of guys trying to... Must be black guy. It's a girl's name.
Frederic Norris. It is.
Is it? Frederic is a black guy?
No, it's a woman. She models for Victoria's Secret.
Model.
Oh, no wonder Fred knows.
No wonder Fred knows her.
She's of Dutch extraction.
Her measurements?
36, 24, 36.
Really?
Is she a supermodel, Fred?
No.
Okay.
Supermodel.
You had to ask who she was.
Right. Good point. All right, thank you.
No.
She's a Victoria's Secret model.
Yeah, Fred knew that.
But not.
Authority here, Gary. You don't have to run this.
Yeah, you're dopey when it comes to models. Buttafuoco, you're done. Coming back from his triumphant acting debut in Vegas. Orders plus $3 shipping and handling. Holiday special by 200-323-KING. And this Friday, November 16th at Catch a Rising Star in the Governor Morris Hotel in Morristown, New Jersey. You'll be laughing like this tape when you go see Jackie. For dirty jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. Don't miss Stuttering John appearing in Tony and Tina's wedding. Oh, please. That sneeze. Don't miss Stuttering John appearing in Tony Tina's wedding.
Restaurant and the tip was included, like 50% tip, whatever.
And to get a signed copy of Stuttering John's debut CD, call 201-942-OUCH. If you're planning a wedding or party and you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. All right, very good. We'll see everybody tomorrow. And that's right.